Dirty little whore mouth.
Yeah.
Wow. I hope that didn't go through. I really hope. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Next Podcast. Guys, you are in for a treat tonight. I swear, there is rare form on this panel all the way through. And I think it might have something to do with our special guest, but I will let you know about that in a little bit. Yo, what is going on, chat? It is good to see you guys. We got to take care of business real quick. All right. Before we get started, you know you're going to have a good time. So why not hit that thumbs up button right now? Not only that, share the show out. Share it on social media, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you go to talk games. Let the gamers know where you are, the conversations you're getting into. Let them know this is the place to be tonight, Thursday, prime time with the Next Podcast. And with that being said, guys, we have to get into the introductions. And in typical Next Podcast fashion, we always save the best for last, so I will introduce a special guest last. So first, let me go all the way over to the West Coast because I want to introduce him first. You never know when that earthquake's going to hit and he is just going to fall into the ocean with his scuba gear. Of course, I am talking about Dark Optimus. What is going on, brother? Really? That much, huh?
No, that was my scream when the ship goes down, you know.
Oh, it sounded more like a,
Right, but that's like, that's me already, far away,
Yeah. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man, good, We got a special guest on here already talking shit. I love it,
Dude,
It's great.
Dude, the energy is insane tonight, man.
It's like every time we have a special guest, we like put them to the test, and then they just become part of the family,
Either that or they never show up on the show again. So it's
true.
It's a toss of the coin right there, brother. Toss of the coin.
Very true.
Let me go in through the intros a little bit more here. But first off, Sir X-Man is hitting up that super chat super early. Thank you, brother, for the support. He says, "What's going on?" Blah blah blah. Really? You don't like that? Is that what we're doing right now, Sir X-Man? Don't get mad because I am number one in the golf tournament right now, beating you by 2 strokes, brother. 2 strokes. But next on the list, we are going to the Lone Star State, and believe it or not, this man does have electricity and he does have heat. Shout out to everybody out there in Texas dealing with all that drama, all that BS right now. But Predator is here. What is up, bro?
Yo, what's going on, man? Yeah, that shit sucked. We're not used to that Connecticut weather. So I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I've been in cold weather before, power outages and water out and stuff like that before, but like it was kind of like this just happened. You don't really prepare for that. Plus, people start acting stupid with gas and stuff like that too. So it's almost like the pandemic started all over again for us for a little while. But I'm good now. Got power, got water. It's shit in the cat litter box anymore, so we're good to go.
That is a very interesting avatar you have for the show tonight, bro.
Oh, might have something to do with some of the topics today. So
yeah, instead of Teletubby, that looks like a Telechubby right there.
I think that's actually the funniest thing Bot has ever said.
Ever said. With the 4
Ever.
years this show has been going live, that is the one.
Yep.
All right. Yo, shout out to Doggy Dog 420 hitting up that super chat, brother. Thank you for the support. He says, super chat works. Good evening, panel and chat. Yo, good evening to you, brother. Dude, with all the capitals, I felt the energy on that. Super chat works, man. And Sir X-Man, one more time. He said Vertigo got both of us. Unreal. Guys, PGA Tour 2K21 is blowing up in the community right now. I think it still might be on sale. Guys, you got to get the game. But let's move on in intros. Coming live from the 405. My brother K Mega, what is up, bro? He's probably eating or something like that. Yo, Mega, we can't hear you. Mega.
He's on mute. I don't know.
He said,
Right,
what's
he might
going
have
on,
stepped away
people?
from
He
the
said,
mic a
he looks up to Mr. Xbot448 as his favorite YouTuber, and he is glad to be here. That's exactly what he said, and we are moving on.
He wishes his podcast could be like this podcast.
Wow.
Damn, Big Smoke already. Come on,
I didn't say that.
playing for the-
I didn't say that, guys.
That's crazy.
Yo, but guys, we are going all the way to the East Coast right now. He probably had to shovel himself out today a little bit. I cannot wait for the snow to end over here. And I shouldn't be saying that because middle of the country, people been going like they have way harder times right now. But I'm just so tired of looking outside and seeing bright white during the day. My brother Crispy Bomb, what is up, bro?
Oh man, dude, what is up, man? This is gonna be a fire show, and shout out to the Texas people like Pred who have went through something that we go through like every winter. Just saying.
I've been blessed in terms of power. My power does not go out a lot. Thank God, man.
Yeah, well, that sounds like more of an infrastructure problem for them more than us because we're used to this. We've been through it, and that's why we got heat in our houses. Like a lot of places that like, oh, that's secondary. Now it's not. So clearly, the Earth has become much better since COVID. I'm just saying, because when they're throwing that cold down there, I'm like, yo, this is not good. So shout out to everybody down there. Like they're already saying it's worse than some of the hurricanes that have hit there. So that's crazy. Like as far as like damage and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope everybody's well and everything like that. And yeah, I mean, I'm ready to roll. These topics are fire, dude. Like, this is a great week. So let's do it.
Nice.
Betrayal.
Oh my goodness.
My God.
Guys,
I love that.
I think he is back and he is around. And unfortunately, I think he brought his soundboard with him. Yo, K Mega, are you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? There was a podcast that was came out a couple of years ago from my boy Dark Artemis, right? Oh, nobody remembers it, right? Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Anyway, maybe that podcast wanted to be like GRG. But let's get to it. I'm back. I had to get everything going, and everything was popping.
That podcast was buried in the ocean, man.
Shout
you
out
should
to
have
the
been
Quest
buried with it.
podcast.
The Quest should have put the anchor on your leg. Anyway, no. Anyway, what's up, everybody, man? But yeah, but when I heard that, I was like, man, if you got another GRG member on here, you just did that. Felt
Betrayal.
But anyway, what's happening, everybody? We are here.
That's what I was saying.
I know, right? Like, man.
He has been
All
waiting
right, but
to
anyway.
invade next podcast with his soundboard. I know.
I am.
He didn't bring
Yo,
it
ready.
last week.
And it's on point tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You know it's be on point.
Oh yeah, because when my boy Artemis gets on to start talking, I'm gonna just throw this out there. We
Yes.
out.
The most whitest fucking thing I've ever heard.
He's going to the game show, people.
he's taking it to the next level.
Man.
He's taking the next podcast to the next level, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Wow. Yo, guys, real quick. The friendly neighborhood blue shell hit up the super chat already as well, guys. This is absolutely amazing. He says Xbot says he is better than K Mega in Halo. Now,
You know what? Hold on. See, me and Don, we're over here practicing, and I see that Bot's over here playing golf. So when
Destiny
we
2
play
as
this
well.
tournament, yeah. And so you know what? When we get into this tournament, and if we lose in the first round, when I come back on the show, this is what's going to happen.
Execute Order 66.
So let's go.
oh
anyway.
wow. Well, I didn't get any invites. Nobody told me about practicing or anything like that.
Don sent you 2 invites last night. I said either he's asleep or he's playing golf. I said he ain't coming, man. So
I,
he's good.
I fell asleep early last night. I was hanging out with my son, watching that Black Clover, and I started falling asleep on the couch, man.
You're not leaving your Xbox on all night now, are you?
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, all right, just saying, just okay.
It shuts off. I got the automatic shut off. So after a little while,
thank God.
it shuts off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But guys, like I said, this is a special night, and we have a special guest, an up and coming YouTuber, an up and coming gamer in the community. You guys definitely seen him on Twitter, and he is definitely letting his name be known out there. He brings the energy, but in a very smooth manner. And I am proud to announce for the first time on Next Podcast, our brother Steel Rain, also the newest panel member of GRG. What is going on, brother?
Yo, it is I, and I am him, the one and only Steel Rain. Look, but I want to thank you for welcoming the Rain into the Next Podcast kingdom. Look, we got some fire topics tonight. We got a lot of energy tonight. Again, like I always say, we're going to come from a different angle, so I hope you got your seat belts fast and tight. Let's get to it, baby.
Nice, brother. I might hire you for intros every week, brother.
I'm chilling.
Yo, just you can ask the panel though. I don't pay well. I really don't pay well, bro.
Hey man, this fortunately for you, this
no
is just
pockets
neat.
lined. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, he doesn't pay well.
He pays.
Because he pays
that.
for we do shit for free. So
Yeah. I have the best free panel in the community, man. Yo, bar none. Yo, cream of the crop from the free panel community right here. But guys, we do have to get into the topics, and we're gonna start with that Telechubby avatar. We're gonna talk about that a little bit because it was announced that Fall Guys, kind of like the edition that's gonna have like all like the maps and stuff up. And then Fall Guys is coming to Xbox this summer. You know, I saw this tweeted out. I saw people were excited about it, stuff like that. I'm going to go to our special guest. The way we always do when we have a guest, you know, they get the first question. So, Steel, this is to you. Now, first off, I'm going to ask you if you are into Fall Guys, if you like what you saw when it did release on PlayStation. It definitely did take over for a while. It got a lot of popularity. A lot of people were playing it. But I got to ask you, man, are you excited about this coming to Xbox? And it doesn't come until the summer. What do you think the reaction is going to be? Do you think it's gonna be popular over here? Do you think it that's going to be too long? What are your thoughts on it coming out in the summer as opposed to trying to get it in here sooner, man?
Honestly, for me, Fall Guys, I'm not interested in personally, but neither am I in the other popular games, i.e. Fortnite, i.e. Among Us. It's just not my style of game. I understand why people love them, and I showed them a lot of appreciation for what they are. But it's not for me. It being a party game, kind of like how Mario Party used to be back in the day, is dope. I've always thought that the game should have been multi-plat from the beginning, but if they cut deals with Sony to get it on their platform for X amount of time, then it is what it is. We've seen that the game has blew up, but honestly, at this point, the player base for the game has kind of died down. You don't hear the hype for it as much anymore. But you still hear that hype for Among Us, so it's kind of like that. Kind of shows you where we're at right now in the game, like. Fall Guys is a good get. I mean, again, it's a good party game, but other than that, I don't hold much interest in it. It's another one of those games where a lot of the younger generation is going to pick it up. The younger people are going to pick it up. It's one of those games that, I mean, if it's in Game Pass or even if it's cheap or whatever the case might be, it has a sort of attraction that cutie, but can still kind of whoop in the behind, but per se. Kind of feel to it, and it becoming multi-plat is just, I think it's better for the game overall.
Now, I gotta ask you, Steel. Do you know? Because I know it's on PlayStation. Do you know if it's on PC as well or anything? I
believe yes, it is on Steam for $20.
Okay, all right.
So you can play it. You can play it on PC. And I know people that do play it on PC. But it's it's one of those things where we're always talking about the options, right? Giving you the option to play not only on PlayStation and PC. It's a party game, man. You want the attention that the people that develop the game, they're going to want that money. They just get more money in return. Why not? They cut that deal in the beginning, and now just introduced to another platform. It is what it is.
Yeah. Now, real quick, before I move on to the rest of the panel, I got to ask you one more thing, Steele, because you mentioned Game Pass. Now, in the announcement, they say, it's going on sale this summer. Dude, I personally feel like this would be the perfect fit for Game Pass. And I think the developers and Xbox should really consider like that would be the place to release it day and date when it does come to Xbox. What do you think, man? Do you think that they can go ahead and stand alone and just like sell the game regular, or do you think for it to have a massive amount of popularity on Xbox that putting it into Game Pass is the way to go first day?
Putting it in Game Pass would be ideal, but if that's not what they want, then I mean, why force it? Again, that might be the reason why the game is kind of dying off. The reason that you have to spend $20 to get into the game. A lot of people on PC might not want to play those party games like that. Again, when you're looking at the numbers for Fall Guys as of right now, from playercounter.com, there's 318,000 players online for Fall Guys versus Among Us from that same site. We got 1.176 million players online right now. So that shows you the kind of the difference of what's going on. Like Fall Guys, it had its fad, and it is what it is. Once they release it on Xbox and on Switch, it's going to open it up to more people. It's going to attract the younger crowd. That's who's going to really want to jump into it. But as of right now, it's not Among Us, which is a little whatever game, couple bucks game. You know what I mean? And I mean, yeah, that too. But it's easier for people to get into Among Us. Like I've seen groups of friends get together and just play Among Us and have a great time with it. I don't personally get it, but I feel it. I mean, it is what it is. If you're enjoying it, if you like it, I love it. That's what it's about.
Nice, brother. And before I move on to the panel, just shout out to Sir X-Man one more time, showing the love and support with another super chat. He said, "I miss K Mega's sound effects in golf. Get back here." So K Mega, oh no, yeah, dude, he was tearing it up in an Xbox Live party one night, yo. It was absolutely hilarious. I know Sir X-Man is probably talking about the shots fired, the gunshots and whatnot, but yeah, dude, that was a blast. So, you know what? Let's go to K Mega next on this. Mega, Fall Guys coming this summer to the Xbox platform and the Switch. What do you think? Is this too little, too late here? Or do you think this is going to have it's going to rejuvenate the game? And do you think it's a no-brainer that they should just throw this into Game Pass day and date? Because I feel that's where the popularity is just going to go through the roof. But what do you think, bro?
No, excuse me. I absolutely agree. I think that Game Pass is what's going to get people's attention. I think, everybody was talking about it at one point in time, and then all of a sudden it just faded away, kind of like what Steele was saying. I still haven't played the game. I mean, I could have got it on PC. Really wasn't interested. I thought it was adorable in the sense of, oh yeah, I could play that with my kids, or I could play that with my wife, or something like that. But me just hanging out with homies and we all playing with little fuzzy little chubby things running around trying to get to one point to another. I don't know. It's just not. It's not for me. Would I play it? Yes. But would it be something that is a day one I have to spend $20 on? Absolutely not. So of course, Game Pass it's where it's at. So I think that's going to draw a lot of attention to it if they do that. If not, then I don't think that game is going to get the same type of love that it first got when it went to PlayStation. But as you see, PlayStation, they bragged about it. Well, the PlayStation guys, and girls bragged about it for about a week or two, and then next thing you know, it just kind of went away like the dodo bird. So I think there's something about the game that it draws the attention because because it looks fun. But I think once people get a taste of it after so long, I think it kind of dies out and plays out, and then it's kind of like one of those little party games when people just want to have to do something silly together. They'll play that. But me myself, I don't really. I don't have the big interest in it, but I mean, if it comes into Game Pass, I'll definitely download it and play it before I spend $20 on it.
Nice. I will say I am kind of looking forward to it. To me, it feels like a kind of like a long time away, though. Still, I was hoping it was coming out sooner. As you hear my Series S powering up real quick, but I'm excited to play it, man. I get some cool little outfits and try to get the number one spot. See a lot of people getting eliminated and stuff like that. Let's go to Predator, because Predator has some experience with this game. He has gameplay. We've had gameplay of this game through Predator before. So, Pred, what do you think? What do you think this game's going to do on Xbox? And do you think summertime is the perfect time for this game to come out?
On
Xbox.
It depends on what else is coming out around that time. Like, I would assume like the timing that it came out recently was probably perfect for that game. When it came out on PlayStation and on PC. I'm not sure if there was a lot out at that time, with the pandemic going on and stuff like that. So people didn't have a lot to play. This guy's tearing my ass up in this game right now. But it's one of those games that came out at the right time when there really wasn't a lot going on. And so like kind of like you got some steam. So if it comes out, let's say there's like a bunch of other shit coming out around the same time, that it's going to get buried. If it's a Game Pass game, it's going to be something that people are going to pick up, obviously with the subscription, and jump in to kind of play around with. But like I think Steele kind of said it's not something that you're gonna play all the time. You'll jump in it, test it out for a little bit, and put it down. I've played it. It's a fun game, but again, it's not something that I'm gonna sit here and just play religiously over and over and over and over and over again. It's just like it's got legs, but it's gonna have to have some more work put into it. Like they're gonna have to update it a lot, over time. And,
well, they got time.
yeah, it's like, from what I've played so far, there's only been there's a small amount of maps. They change, they rotate. There's probably like maybe I want to say like 15 different maps you can play,
like activities.
They're random, yeah. And it depends on how far you are into it too. Like first round, second round, third round type of deal. But it's just it's challenging. Once you get your first crown, you'll probably be like, I got it, I'm good, and you'll move on. And it's also something that's good to play with some friends. But again, not something that I think most of us adult gamers are gonna pick up every day and play religious like we do at golf or something like that. It's just gonna be something that we just play for a little while and put away until something else better comes out. So
I got you, brother. Yeah, and it's cool that you brought golf into it, because I finally got to play a few rounds with you, man. And golf is popping right now. It is popping. So many people playing. Again, you guys got to get the game. You get put in the DM, and you can get a game together just about anytime. But let's go to the Angry Otter on this. I feel like Fall Guys is right up his alley. He is a multiplayer phenom. He just absolutely loves multiplayer games. He kind of tosses single player to the side for multiplayer games like this. So, Dark, I gotta ask you, man, are you excited? Fall Guys is finally coming to Xbox. It's coming this summer though, so you gotta let me know. Do you feel like that's like too far away, or you can't wait? You gotta get your hands on it now, bro.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's exactly how I feel, actually, about it. I just like, I have it on PlayStation. I don't care that it's coming to Xbox. It's one of those things.
Xbox buddies, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
When was the last time you saw me on Xbox, dude? Come on now. Come on. I'm not going back.
What are you trying to say, man?
Betrayal.
Yo,
I'm
for
just
real.
not. I'm not going back to my One X. You know, like as soon as I get my Series X, then yeah, I'll be playing more stuff on Xbox. I'm not going back to my One X, dude. Like like just having faster load times on my PS5 is just it's better for me, you know. And I'm sure as soon as I get my Series X, I'm gonna be even more happier because, apparently the load times are a lot quicker on the Series X. So I think
Hold on. Say
it's
that again. Like they've proven that
More happier.
games
That's what I heard.
load up quicker on the Series X.
I mean that's what I've been hearing. You know, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I don't have one.
That SSD though.
Oh my god, dude! Like you know me, dude. I don't give a shit about that stuff. All this fucking PlayStation, fucking them getting into like, oh yeah, the RDNA 3.
Oh no!
So fucking stupid, dude.
was that?
Yo, for
So
real.
stupid. It's so stupid, dude. It is. It's completely stupid. This whole fucking narrative on that I see right now going on in the gaming community. They just continue to do the same bullshit over and over and over and over again, and it's honestly it's a fucking annoying. I actually turned off notifications on my Twitter because I didn't want to fucking see it anymore.
On your Twitter.
To be honest,
On your Twitter, huh?
on my Twitter, on my Twitter.
On my Twitter.
You know,
I shut off notifications on my Twitter.
I just couldn't stand it anymore. It's just it gets annoying, man.
All right,
Like I don't want to see the
start-
same shit.
I'm gonna start
over and over
tagging
again.
you in the craziest bullshit that I get on my live feed, on Twitter.
I turn off notifications so I won't see it for a while.
But I'm gonna mix it in with very important things that I need to tell you as well.
Eh.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. Yo, let's move on to the bomb. That's right. We need some hashtag crispy truth going on. And wow, he was waiting for
Man,
that.
I love that.
He was
Oh
waiting
shit!
for that, man.
That's an intro right there, baby. Woo!
Nice. Get ready to hit that again because I do want to hit up the super chat because Sir X-Man did it one more time for the channel. Yo, he said Predator got them golf skills also. Yeah, Predator is more, I see him as a more cool, calm, and collected golfer.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Oh no. Oh no. Sir X-Man, I know what you're saying though.
Somebody
I
take
know
that
what
away
you're
from him.
saying.
Yeah,
Somebody
he
call
abuses it.
Somebody call Mrs. Mega and let her know to take his toys away.
I'll tell you. She's right here.
But yo, Crispy,
Which toys?
Finish him.
yeah, for real. Yo, Crispy, what do you think about this, man? Are you excited? Are you gonna get in and play this? And I gotta ask you, man, what do you think the odds are that this would go into Game Pass day and date? And they're just not saying it yet. Like I think they would advertise going into Game Pass, but it is the summertime. They still got a lot of time before it actually comes out. What do you think? Should it go there? Should it go in Game Pass day and date?
I don't know what to believe anymore because I believe about 2 months ago something came out that they were going to Xbox, and then one of the community managers or something completely trashed that. So all these gaming community managers, yeah, maybe you don't know what's actually going on, or I just can't believe you anymore.
I can't believe
And
it's not butter.
yeah, without spread. I mean, come on. I mean, let's go. Like,
Hey, Fabio.
what's going on here? Are you coming to Xbox or are you not? Oh, now you're coming to Xbox. Okay. Is it going to be in Game Pass? Well, the way that the company has been run so far, probably not immediately, but it's probably somewhere down the road. So I'm just going to wait. And who's to say that they don't go and say, we're going to be free to play all of a sudden? You never know what they can do. They can do whatever they want.
That game can definitely go free to play, man. All of a sudden, microtransaction city for that chicken outfit and stuff like that, bro.
You never know, dude. And that's that's something I don't want to see, but at the same time, could it happen? Sure, it could. And you're going into a very hardcore multiplayer based console, and you're saying, okay, here you go. And for somebody like me, I'm not going to be a huge fan of it, but I'm going to have fun playing with the people around me, like my girlfriend, like her son, this and that. Like these are the experiences that you still want to have, and you're gonna, even though you're not interested completely into it, you might enjoy it at the end of the day, and that's something that's kind of crazy. Like a lot of people are just like, "Oh, I hate this game." Well, do you have people around you that might like this game? Because then you might change your mind, and that's a hard thing for people to. It's a hard pill to swallow for people, but I will admit it. I'm probably going to enjoy the game when it comes.
Dude, it looks like fun. It looked like fun when it first came out, and I didn't have a PlayStation, so I couldn't play. I'm not a PC gamer like some people on the panel either. So it was what it was. It is what it is. And now starting this summer, I can get involved. But I do have to say, I would think twice about buying it though. I definitely would. We got this awesome service. Even Sega,
dude.
Sega
It's totally
loves Game
coming
Pass.
to Game Pass. Didn't they already say that it was going to come to Game Pass, and then they're like, no, it's not coming to Game Pass.
I mean, they can say that, man, but it's the only thing that really makes sense. I mean, I don't want to say that it's a guaranteed thing, but again, if they're charging $20 for it, I don't see people paying that. Like Bob was saying, I don't see just people being like, yeah, let me pay $20 for that.
Especially when people on PlayStation got it for free for the first month,
Facts.
like
See now, but I will say this: somebody like me might be paying $20 for it to play with the people around me. You understand?
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean that's
saying?
understandable. Facts.
There's a little, you release on Xbox, you have this month or 2 month time period, just like month or 2 months before they said it wasn't coming to Xbox. So month or 2 month time period where they ignore everybody's, saying like, oh, is this going to be on Game Pass, on Twitter and this and that? Because unfortunately, these are the times now we all pay attention to Twitter. We all pay attention to what people say on Twitter. And sometimes you could go and throw shade over your shoulder. It's like salt thrown over your shoulder. Like, oh, am I going to be lucky today? So you could go to $20 and then you could go up to 30 or 40 and really like throw people off with that. And then all of a sudden you could be like, oh, we're on Game Pass now. And you've already made your money and you're going to make more money because Microsoft's going to pay you to have it on Game Pass. So, some of these companies are trying to do that. Now, is it going to look good to people like us? Absolutely not. It's not. It's going to make us feel like trash if you actually bought the game. But at the same time, you're still probably going to be playing it because somebody in your household or whatever is wanting to play it, and you want to experience that with them. And that's a small thing, but for a game like this, I feel is exactly what they want it to be. So it could go anyway. You know what I mean?
I just feel like it's a perfect fit for Game Pass. Like when it comes out on Switch, I can see people picking it up on Switch. You also have the portability there as well. Play the game on the go or whatnot, and they don't really have kind of like that subscription service. Nobody else really has kind of like what Xbox has. There's similar things, but nothing as good as Game Pass right now on other platforms. And I don't know. I feel like this type of game, multiplayer centric, got that cutesy little look to it, got a competitive backbone to it as well. I just feel like it's the perfect fit, to get in there for Game Pass and then watch like the community blow up because it's in Game Pass. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what you would want. That's what they need. They need another boom in the influx of their players for it to become something else, like another Fortnite or another Roblox or another Minecraft, something else that's recognizable. Like you got to give people a reason to spend $20. I can see them doing it on Switch. It's portable, yeah, sure, but let's face it, the networking, the multiplayer on Switch is not that great. So, like, how is that going to work? But anyway, there's options. So
Yo, I heard the rings. Did Sega just get bought by Xbox? Like I believe it's.
Oh no. That he was just right about his
Oh,
point.
okay.
When you hear that means I agree with your point.
Okay, so all right,
Yeah.
because I'm waiting for that confirmation that Sega has been purchased by Xbox.
That will have his own like spectacular.
That would be
thing
like
when that happens.
25 rings, like one after the other, just like.
Oh no. That will be the Sega. That'll be that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it, man.
you got to play the Sonic Boom intro after that happens. What do you mean? Sonic Boom, Sonic.
Sonic
Yeah, come on, man.
Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I
There
don't
we
I
go.
don't need
Right.
copyright.
I'll
I
look
don't
for that.
need copyright, brother.
Hey, we're singing it. It's okay. No,
But-
let's get to it.
I don't know. That's pretty much it for now. You know, during the summer, anybody who's interested to play that on Xbox, if it goes into Game Pass, I will definitely be in there. You never know, if you're just joining it at random, you might see Xbox, in there, trying to get that crown. But I think it's a no-brainer. It should come to Game Pass. If it doesn't come to Game Pass, I feel like that is a fail right there. But let's get into something that I don't know how to feel about. I really don't. I was excited on the first rumors, and then it's the acquisition of Codemasters. Now, the first rumor was 2K was looking to grab Codemasters, and the first thing I thought about, of course, for anybody who's into racers, was Midnight Club from Rockstar, and Codemasters taking that over and giving us another Midnight Club, which, Rockstar, if there's any developers, anybody working at Rockstar that's listening right now, we need another Midnight Club. Midnight Club LA was absolute fire. You finally turned the corner with that, and really, that game was absolutely amazing. And then they just went and dismantled the developer team there, the studio. But so we need another one, and I was excited. I thought Codemasters might be that developer to give us that, but EA swooped in and was like, you know what? We'll give you more of that stone cold cash, brother. We're not talking stocks. We're talking money here, and it seems that worked because they acquired Codemasters. So, let's see, Predator. How do you feel about this acquisition, man? I don't think you're that much of a racing fan when it comes to gaming, but are you impressed with what happened here? Are you disappointed? What are your thoughts and feelings, bro?
I'm not impressed or disappointed. I'm really not. Like you said, I'm not a huge racer guy. I mean, Forza is it for me, and that's pretty much the extent of my racer, repertoire right there. That's it for my library of racers. Like just Forza, both series.
He just went for the king of racers, and was like, we'll just stay with that one.
And why step down? And I'm sure like when Gran Turismo comes out, I mean, I'll probably scoop that up, But for the most part, I don't like having all those racers under EA's umbrella. That's my biggest concern. And that's basically it. And then I don't.
Why, though?
It's like they have a monopoly on them. Even though the best racer ever made in the history of life is Forza. But to me, but like, it makes me wonder what they're gonna do with them all. Like, because even I think the announcement they came out like they're the king of racers or something like that, and yes, it's a sport. EA's known for sports games. That's a good mix for them. But I don't know. I don't like the ideal of having them have all of that underneath their umbrella. That just bothers me. I just have a feeling they're gonna cancel out a couple of those games. You'll never see them again. They'll probably stick with 3 or 4. And I don't know if they're gonna be any good, to be honest with you, if they get their hands on it. Like if they don't give those guys the freedom to do what they were doing before, to push the games.
Well, they said that they are going to remain independent. In other words, like they're going to make the games that they want to make. EA is not going to get involved in that. But Pred, it sounds like you don't trust EA. Do you think do you think they'll keep it that way? Like that they'll just make whatever game they want?
Yeah, I don't trust them. I don't have a lot of faith in them. With them purchasing this. I mean, I don't. If it was Activision, I'd probably feel a lot less, but with EA, I don't know, man. It seems like some of the stuff they've come out with the exception of Jedi Fallen Order, Titanfall, some of their games have just been kind of lackluster to me this past couple of years. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna give them a chance. We'll see what happens, but hopefully they don't fuck it up. We'll just go from there.
Well, I'm gonna stay disappointed that another Midnight Club just seems to be in limbo right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I really, Midnight Club LA took so many gaming hours from me, man. Absolutely love that game, and I was excited to think that there was the possibility of another one coming, and made by Codemasters. People, a development team that's known for racers, and EA just came in and it's like, you know what, we got a bigger wallet here. We're gonna give you actual money. I don't know. Let's get Dark Optimus out of the way, because we all know his feelings about Forza, which is the greatest racing game ever created, greatest racing franchise as well. But Dark, what do you think about this? EA came in, they did their job, man. They came in and they swooped in and they grabbed Codemasters, man. What are you happy, disappointed, not care? What's going on?
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Wow.
Oh no.
He's still salty about the the comment I made earlier.
Now I got that, K-Megan. Now I got that in my head, man. Thank you.
You know that's great.
No, it was good. That was a good one. I honestly, to be completely honest, you know how much I give racers a bunch of shit, but I mean, I always call them niche. They're really not niche, and I know that.
Oh, somebody grab that soundbite.
They're just, like, for me, Codemasters, like, even if they would have went to take, like, honestly, I would have actually liked it more if they would have went to Take Two, because then they could have made, like you said, made a Midnight Club. And because Midnight Club back in the day, I actually really liked that franchise. So, like, it was pretty much one of the only racers I actually liked back then, except for, that was about it. I mean, except for maybe, Forza Horizon now, like those ones I actually like.
Dude, you're thinking in your head constantly, I'm a piece of garbage, right?
No, I'm what I'm thinking about is just that the fact that EA bought them. Like we all know what EA does to developers. Like they don't have a good track record to being, the best company to work with or to work for. And I feel like Codemasters is probably going to go down the toilet. Right along with Ghost, that does the Need for Speed franchise, except for the last one I heard was actually really good.
Yeah, the last one was good, and then what did they do? Said they stripped them from the franchise, and like, no, you're not doing this anymore now.
Right. So it's like they take these developers, these car developers, and then they make them into like any developer. Really, they just turn them into like almost some of the worst, except for Respawn. Like Pred said, Respawn came out with Jedi Fallen Order, and that was really good. Like that company, I don't know what Vince Zampella is doing for EA or what he's doing with EA, but he is basically I think he's in charge. Like he is the man that's in charge at Respawn, not EA. EA is just like, kind of doing their own thing.
Well,
but
I think Vince, I think he has the balls to tell EA, no, this is what we're doing. Like,
right,
much.
yeah.
You can fire me if you want. I don't care. Like,
which sounds about right, because I mean that's kind of what he did with Infinity Ward. Like he was just like, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna do it this way, and this is how I want to do it. So that makes sense. But I think some of these other like Codemasters, they made like.
Yeah. There we go.
It seems like it's running smooth though.
There we go. Yeah, no, it was weird. My computer screen went black, and then when it came up, there's like an error code occurred and whatnot. But I think we are good to go. We are back.
We're back. We're back now, right?
In prestigious form. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Hello. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, we are back. So we were hearing Steel, his background, and he is majorly into racing games, which I like. I respect that. You guys know me, man. I know life Forza Motorsport, especially 5, beginning of this generation.
That's a fact.
Man, I tore that game up. It is good to know your background. Now, can you just go back and just give your quick thoughts on the whole Codemasters thing? And kind of like my dreams being squashed, at least temporarily, for Midnight Club, man.
No, and just I guess kind of I can dive back in right there. What you're saying with Midnight Club, I definitely agree. Midnight Club, I believe Dub Edition was my first experience in the Midnight Club, and I thought it was for an arcade racer. Definitely put Need for Speed on notice. Since I'll put it like this, Dub Edition was like the extreme advanced version of like Most Wanted or Need for Speed Underground 2, where you were able to really dive deeper into the car and customize the interior, customize more other little details of the car. And so I definitely understand why you would want them to bring something like that back. I just don't know if that same attention for it is there. I know it is for us, but racing is, again, I feel like it's become kind of niche nowadays. Like there's a lot of attention for it, but it's not as much as I want it to be. It doesn't get the attention that it deserves. Compared to other games, people they rather play arcade style races. So I definitely feel you on the Midnight Club reference, but as far as I don't think they'd be invested in it though. So I don't think Take-Two is invested in that. And with Codemasters now being with EA, they have now more potential as far as Need for Speed goes. There's another franchise that's just a true franchise to, especially us as gamers. I mean, a lot of us grew up with that series. I can imagine we have a lot of experiences with these series. And we all know that Need for Speed has taken a dive off the cliff in, again, the recent decade. So I feel like it's a benefit for EA in that fact. Again, racers, they're kind of like one of the dozen, man. It's kind of like these sports games nowadays. You need to release one and put out updates. Maybe charge for like a $10, $20 update every few years, whatever the case, if that's what you want to do. We're getting way past renditions of different games. I mean, how many dirts can you have? What else can Codemasters really do? What's the next game? Will it be the next Need for Speed game? Who knows? Will it just be a different kind of game? Who knows? It just opens some potential up, and as much as we hate or love EA, they're gonna be around, man. So
all right, I got you, brother. I got you, man. Let's go to Crispy on this one. Crispy, we got Codemasters going to EA now. EA seems to have a monopoly of racing franchises, except for the cream of the crop. Forza is sitting up there, first party Xbox. But what do you think about how EA came in and just kind of swooped in and stole this acquisition from Take-Two, man? Are you happy about this? Disappointed? What's your thoughts, bro?
Being an Xbox gamer, I'm pretty happy about it, to be honest. I mean, you have Dirt 5 coming to Game Pass, in a few days. So,
Wreckfest went in today too, by the way.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, like some racing games have a place and some don't. Like Dirt still has a place, and they went the arcade route from what I've seen from it. I haven't purchased it because I always felt like it was going to come to Game Pass. I guess I was right. So well, I mean, it's true though.
Hashtag
I always
crispy truth right there.
All the time I was like, oh man, like this game's probably going to come with the Game Pass because Xbox has the rights to it. And it has the marketing rights and everything else. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably going to come to Game Pass. Now, one thing I will say, EA is not just banking on, well, they are banking on the F1 series, in my opinion. Okay. The F1 series is actually huge, and it's across the world, not just, you know, in America. Like everybody thinks America. Well, you know, FIFA is huge across the world. And it's a small little tidbit in America. So EA has broadened their spectrum with the F1 series because, I mean, they can continue to hold that.
Dude, I just got a chill from hearing you say that, man, because that makes so much sense. Because EA, the home of Madden, which in America, you know, football sells like crazy every year.
I mean, Europe has kind of like started to you know play FIFA Madden more and more, but at the same time they have FIFA coming out and now kind of the same time, and they care more about FIFA and they care more about F1. You know, it's basically what we call kart or indie racing. Which is actually very intricate. It's extremely difficult, I must say. And they're going at speeds around corners that you would never think is possible in NASCAR, by the way. So it's a pretty incredible racing experience. Super hard to learn. And it is the simulation for the IndyCar / kart series. So the thing is that Codemasters has been not only a developer, but a publisher. And they've been developing games since 1991. Okay? But they've also published games such as Flashpoint, such as Lord of the Rings Online, such as Overlord and Overlord 2.
I like Overlord.
They have developed and published games like Fuel. Dude, they have, and you don't know what IPs they actually own. That's the crazy thing, because they have been in the business for over 20 years, and it's almost 30 at this point. So, actually, technically 30. So, they could own IPs that we haven't seen. Even in some children's lifetime have never seen some of these games. So, that's kind of crazy. Like, you even have Grid 2 on here. I mean, Grid, I played Grid. It was a pretty good game. You know what I mean? So they have a plethora of IPs, if not, you know, the stable of having these developers.
That's for that word. Say that a word again. Say it again.
The stable?
No, what you said.
The plethora?
Okay.
He made him guess what word he said.
I mean, Sonic getting all the coins tonight. I love it. But yeah, I mean, I truly believe that EA bought them for the F1 series because it goes across the entire world of
world's
gamers.
Most popular racing. Yeah, they got world's most popular sport. They got America's most popular sport and world's most popular racing. Yo, Crispy, you killed it with that idea. I didn't even think about that, brother.
And on top of that, they because of their publishing rights and everything else, you have no clue how many. I mean, it's almost 30 games that they've either developed or published. It's incredible. They have a plethora of great games that they have made or at least financed, and it's just crazy. Like EA got a steal out of this. As long as they let them. They have to treat them like Respawn. Yes, you want your F1. Fact. So you stipulate, I want my F1. Okay? And you know what? We want a Dirt 6 at some point. Other than that, do what you want. And we'll give you the funding. And if EA actually gets their head out of their butt, which they seem to be starting to do, they will allow them to do some great things and maybe bring out something old school that nobody has ever seen, at least in this 10-year period. You know what I mean? There's young kids that have never played a Fuel. Like, Fuel was a post-apocalyptic, crazy game. And it was primarily racing, but at the same time, it brought like twisted metal elements into there and shit. Like it was wild, you know. Like let's bring back some of these games that we used to love, but bring them in this new school era where frames per second and things like this matter, but at the same time, the gameplay has always been there. Let's just make it better, and that would be great.
Nice, brother. Now, we do have a couple super chats here. Now, first one, shout out to my brother, Sir X-Man. I did not forget you. I did not forget you, bro, and I had it saved over here to the side just so I could say this, because he says Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition needs a remaster. And you know what? That was a great game. Trust me, brother.
That's a fact.
That was a great game. I don't We've gotten so many remasters. How about just a new Midnight Club? You know what I'm saying? Like I hear what you're saying.
I agree with you, dude. I really truly agree with you.
Midnight Club, saying, Tokyo Drift.
But the more we say we want a remaster of this, we want a remaster of that, the more devs are going to be like, "Yo, we're just going to pull these remasters out." You know, work on these a couple years and then get started on the 3 to 4 year kind of like next iteration or next new title coming out. So I would rather have them work on a new game, like a new Midnight Club or something like that. But I hear what you're saying, bro. I had a lot of fun with Dub Edition. I personally think Midnight Club LA was the best Midnight Club in my opinion, my personal opinion. And shout out to Alo, my brother A Lopez. He hit up the super chat just to let people know that. Yo, for real. Yo, he hit up the super chat just to let everybody know that you just heard the crispy truth. Yo, shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the support. And we got to play golf this weekend. I got to work this weekend, but I get in from like 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. So somewhere in there, man, we got to get another round in. All right, so I've been waiting for it. I've been wanting to do it, but I've been restraining myself for this. So K Mega, dude, I know you were for EA getting Codemasters, man. We talked about this when it was a rumor, when it sounded like EA was coming in and trying to entice Codemasters over to them. Well, it seems like they did it successfully. So what are your thoughts on this, man? Are you still pro EA Codemasters? Are you regretting thinking that that this would be the place for Codemasters? What are your thoughts, bro?
Absolutely not.
The EA's got a monopoly now, man.
Yeah, no, listen, this is the thing. Everybody's coming out here with these damn conspiracy theories. I mean, come on, man. Stop it. EA is going to destroy this. They're going to destroy that. They're going to kill everything. It's over. It's done. Bro, let's just get this. Let's just pump the brakes for a little bit. And then my boy Still Rain, which I had to disagree with him on one aspect, was when he brought up and said that they didn't have anything for the last decade. That is untrue. EA has really actually had, if you think about it, 2 or 3 hiccups in the last decade.
Yo, K Mega, yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you real quick, but I have to do this because Rain G4 hit up the super chat and it's absolutely hilarious. Yo, brother, I am so sorry I missed that, but he says, thanks for beta testing RDNA 3 live for us when we were having issues. No, bro.
Holy shit.
Yo, for real, brother. Oh my goodness, man. Yo, shout out to you for that, bro. That was incredible, man.
Right.
Go ahead, yo.
You're so messy.
Yeah,
anyway,
is messy.
All right.
That is so messy.
No, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, you should see what my cover is on for GRG tomorrow. Anyway, but yeah,
it's an Xbox exclusive RDNA 3 running next podcast, by the way.
Oh, let's go. Anyway, all right. So, anyway, but no, back to reality for a second. Like, I mean, EA has only had a few hiccups. I mean, and people are trying to already, EA is just. I think where the whole thing of it, where it came from, was because they got mad because they shut down the studio that did the little scary space games. I forgot what those games were called.
Dead Space.
Dead Space. Yeah. Which I I didn't play them like that, so I'm not. So to me, it wasn't one of those things that bothered me. But I know that it affected a lot of people out there that enjoyed the game, which I totally get. It's just kind of like when people try to throw shade at me about there's not going to be any content for a while, or if ever, for Bleeding Edge. I get it, but it's kind of like for somebody who don't really care about those type of games, it's kind of like, okay, well, no big deal. But you go and you look and see what EA has done. Like, I mean, you look at Squadrons. That's a good game. FIFA is always good. FIFA is at one particular time was better than Madden. Madden has come back to the
FIFA
fold.
worldwide
Now,
is better than
Okay.
Madden.
See, but I was only coming from the aspect of, just to interrupt a little bit, my beam, from the racing game aspect. EA racing game wise, until Need for Speed Heat has not put out any heat.
No. You're right.
2009.
You're right. But you said for a decade. Then I was thinking about you talking about everything overall.
Oh no!
But
I mean, EA got Respawn. EA got
Yo, Rain, check it out. You see the gameplay right here? You see this? Who am I fighting? I'm fighting K Mega right here in Killer Instinct. Yo, just check that out, okay?
Oh my God! You know what?
Xbox he said he got the smoke for you.
Xbox had 2 wins. 2 wins.
Hey,
2 wins the whole night.
Right? That's how it goes in the
I've
fighting
heard that
games,
before.
right?
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying?
Only takes one.
2 wins. 2 wins. 2 wins. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? He got me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I all you got to do is you want to go look at that stream. It says Killer Instinct on it. Xbox was in there. When Xbox was getting that head beat in, he had to go to bed. All of a
How
sudden,
many times
the
you beat
coffee.
me, K Mega?
Oh, I didn't get a chance to fight you, but only that
Oh,
one
so
time.
I'm undefeated then. I got you, bro.
That's good. Yes, sir. One time. Yes, sir. All
That's all
right.
it
Anyway,
takes.
okay, we'll take that. But yeah, no, it's but it's one of those things too. Is where you look at it is that that's the reason why they acquired them. It's because they knew that what they were bringing out, Need for Speed wise, it wasn't the same type of it wasn't getting the same type of attraction that GT or Forza now or others out there or even Dirt. So like, I mean, you look at that and people looking at Dirt 5, whoa. But people were saying, man, Heat was cool, but man, that Dirt 5 trailer. See, and then right there was executives sitting at the table like, you know what? This is the problem. We got to make some real life decisions right here. Instead of, look, we see 2K that wants to try to go after Codemasters. I think we can outbid them, and they did it. And this is for let's not throw shade. I can't say throw shade because they deserve it, but let's not go out here and jump out and say that Need for Speed is just not important, because Need for Speed is the #1 all-time selling racing franchise of all time. All time. When people think of racers at one particular time, Need for Speed. It wasn't anything else. Need for Speed and Gran Turismo. Those were the only 2 games. You had your simulation and then you had your arcade racer. Need for Speed fell off the rails. They're going to get
Hard.
Dirt. What'd you say?
Yo, Need for Speed fell off the rails hard until Heat, and then when
Well,
Heat came out, what did they do? They dismantled the studio.
Well, because
They're
they knew what they were doing. They knew that they were going to go after a studio who makes racers. That's why they dropped them. And so now Codemasters is going to get Need for Speed, and they're going to be all different types of Need for Speeds now. Like I can see, you can have they could bring back Need for Speed Shift. They could bring Need for Speed, rally racing. They can also bring back the old style Need for Speed that everybody is looking forward to. And what I think EA is going to try to do is bring back that nostalgia by giving us remastered versions of their old Need for Speeds to get people and get what? Listen, you're going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. Everybody else that loves those old games are going to buy it.
Those games, bro. I probably won't.
Okay.
Game
everybody
Pass,
else
brother. Game Pass.
Talking about
that's it. No. If everybody's been talking about that, they've been wanting to get another. What's the most popular one? It's not Outlaws. What's the other one? I can't think of it right now. The most popular one.
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed.
Most Wanted
is most wanted. One of the greatest.
Well, everybody has their different versions.
Most
'Cause
Wanted is the most renowned of like
yeah,
recent.
that's the one. Most Wanted is the most renowned. I like the old Hot Pursuits better myself personally, but I love Most Wanted myself. But they bring that back as a remaster with modern cars, or even as they bring it back the old way, but then they beef up the graphics. Not do what they did with the with this latest iteration of the Need for Speed game that we were playing. Even though it looks decent, it still isn't what you would expect
Well,
for
I can
a
agree
new.
with you
Yeah,
because Tony Hawk that was published by EA.
yeah,
EA
yeah.
Activision.
They're going to bring back those old Need for Speed games to get that buzz back. But in the meanwhile, they're finna start making other racers to get people into the fold, and they're gonna have a studio that they can trust to do it. For some reason, I don't know what the conflicts may have been, but those other studios that's made other Need for Speeds has just not done what they wanted to. Even the Need for Speed looked gorgeous, and it just didn't have the substance that it needed to have, or the game didn't look that great or perform well. The game didn't look great, but the game performed well. I mean, the story was odd, or whatever the case may be. When their best iteration is Heat, and Heat is probably at the lower tier of their best versions of Need for Speed, they had to do something. And they see that Forza is becoming that juggernaut that can't be touched. Even GT can't touch Forza right now. So it's one of those things. They don't want to be in third place. They want to be in first place. So I think that's the reason why they get Codemasters. And also the last point is that, yes, it's going to gain a lot of attraction because all of those games are going to be on EA Play, which is going to be on PC for those people that has EA Play, and on people on Xbox who has Game Pass. So it's going to get a lot of attraction. And of course, you got EA access on PlayStation. Maybe they might work something out with PSN to where they can start throwing those games out in a little package deal like they do with Game Pass. If PlayStation decide to do like something with their PlayStation Now, I don't know. But regardless, it's due. They needed to get the proper studio for the racing games. And yeah, and as much as I like 2K bringing back Midnight Club, just think about what that game could turn into. That game could be turned into the most beloved. Everybody wants that type of racer to come back, but then they could kill it by throwing microtransactions and everything else. I know that people don't like EA, but I damn sure don't trust 2K. Not like I used to. And so I'm glad where they went, and I think it's the better fit overall.
Dude, the trifecta of disloyalty and distrust is Activision, EA, and 2K. Let's be real on that.
And EA has put themselves in a better position to fall out of the top three, in my opinion. I really do. EA is really going out their way to try to do more for the gamer than I feel it sucks for them to
sold me Anthem, and I'm pretty sure that they're not going to continue making that game better.
I guarantee you that they're going to redo Anthem. I told you the same thing about Master Chief Collection, and they're going to do the same thing about Anthem. Okay. My one point on this, Bot. The one reason why they will is because there's no other game like that. There's no other game like it. Now, it'd be different if they've made like a Division esque or something else that we've already seen or played. Yeah, they probably would let that go. But there's nothing like Anthem out there. So why would you give it an opportunity for a Ubisoft, which would be the first people I can think of to jump on and make that type of game and take over the market just because they didn't have enough content? No, they're going to bring their game back. They're going to restructure it. They're going to make it right for the next gen, and it might only be just next gen only. The question is, I think, will this be a game that's a part two, or will this be a game that's going to be a game that's going to be played on everything for last gen and this gen, just an enhancement of the first game. One way.
I'm gonna go out on that ledge with you because I'm part of that campaign that I believe in Anthem. You know what I mean? So
yes,
I 100% for the main reason. One of the main points that you hit was there's not a game that is like it. The next game that is like it is what Andromeda. Okay. Anthem is better than Andromeda. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
Personally, if you like Andromeda, that's cool. I couldn't get into it myself. And the next game after that would be Mass Effect 4. So if they decide to kill this game, the only thing they're going to do is apply what they've learned with this game into Mass Effect 4. Now, that could be a very beneficial thing. It might put a little more development talent towards that game or whatnot, excuse me. And we might get the game sooner. Or you can revitalize this game that has an extreme potential to grab an audience. But the key to it is that it has to be free to play. You're going to have to make your money through microtransactions because at this point you have to prove to the player base. Because again, like we've seen with like games like The Division, for example, there wasn't a lot of people playing it for real not that long ago. This update drops. Now there's tons of people playing The Division again. They were like, yo, we're getting so much attention. Why not put out more content? Hey, guys, here's more content. What do you think is going to happen with any other game that you give that same attention to? Anthem was a dropped opportunity, and it is a fail on EA's part. But if they decide to pass it through, I feel like it has a high benefit. It's a high risk, high reward situation. And yes, if you want to put it on, EA's what EA always does. If it fails, they're going to cut it. And if you want to leave it up to that, cool. But I have faith in the potential of the game. Why? Because I actually played the game. Yes, it has faults, but the game and the gameplay itself, name another game that is like that. You could compare it to. And you could say Destiny, but Destiny's not third person.
No, the combination of
Avengers.
like your specials and working your specials off together is a very kind of like unique Anthem thing. You can roll in Destiny with your squad and you can kind of use different specials to your advantage, but they don't blend together the way that they did in Anthem. And you're right. Like when it comes down to it,
the core.
It's a looter shooter that like we've never really experienced.
We've never
before.
seen, and there was only 30 people that made that game compared to Avengers, where there was a whole staff that jumped on the game, and they still lacked. It just comes to me. It just shows the skill level of what BioWare can do with just 30 people. Even though I know that it has its flaws. But what was the main flaws with the game?
You just got to let me finish real quick. That's all.
We're
That's all
go
you
down
got.
a rabbit hole.
Let's get back.
No, we're not going to get back to it. But that was my whole point about it. Is that look, I know people just dog out on EA, but look at what EA and I understand that there's a lot of gamers that don't like sports games. I love sports games, so I think Madden has greatly improved. UFC 4 is great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Fallen Order. Everybody keeps trying to separate, Jedi Fallen Order from EA. That is an EA game, ladies and gentlemen. You can't separate it. Respawn is a part of EA now. Apex is a part of EA now. Plants vs. Zombies is all the good games that people like from EA. They separated for some reason, and that's not how that works. EA and like I said, I just got finished playing Mass Effect. Dragon Age Inquisition. I see why the game won Game of the Year. That game was absolutely phenomenal. Story wise, if you go back and try to play that game now to compare it to more modern RPGs, you might not feel it as much, but other than that, like the story, the atmosphere, the just game itself, the characters, the everything, it reminded me so much about how much I love Mass Effect. Is that look, EA has been doing it kind of reminds me of the whole Xbox thing. You get Xbox has certain games come out, and then they have a couple of bad games come out, and then they overshadow all the good games, and then just pinpoint on the bad games that Xbox has. This is kind of the same thing to me, but I digress.
All right. Well, we can. It seems like we can make a whole show about like what's going on at EA.
I might make this a topic tomorrow.
Because it is definitely interesting. Yo, shout out to Sir X-Man real quick, hitting up that super chat one more time, brother. Thank you again for all the support, man. Definitely appreciate it. He says they need to bring back a proper Burnout, and brother, I do have to agree with you. I feel like if they bring out a Burnout that really focuses on the demolition and crashing aspect, like what was it, Burnout Takedown, and kind of like
was that Codemasters or was it Codemasters who made that? Or
no,
somebody
but
else?
EA.
I know EA, but what was the studio that did it?
I forgot, man. To be really honest with you.
Yeah.
But if they bring it back, because I know Burnout Paradise, but that really just felt like more of a racer than anything else with a cool crash mechanic.
That's when they killed it. Yeah, that's when they killed it.
Yeah, get back to focusing on. Remember when they had the mode where you just had to, there was intersections and you had to make the biggest pile up that you can make and stuff like that. That right there, that was the unique hook in Burnout, in my opinion. And then if they make a new one, they got to bring that back. They got to bring the heart of that franchise back. But shout out to Sir X-Man, dude, that was awesome right there. Of course, I did have some Burnout Paradise gameplay running when that super chat went up. So I don't know if you guys can hear, but I'm smiling right now. I really like that comment. But
all right,
guys,
one more. I got one more question for the panel. Just one quick
Is it
question.
An EA question?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who will be the next studio, or that would take a chance to try to make another split second type game. Like that was one of the most original racers I've ever played, and I just don't understand why nobody else has not brought that. Yeah, I just don't.
Dude, you beat the
why.
game, right?
Yes.
Even when you beat the game, it suggests a sequel. Like
right. I couldn't believe Disney just shut it down, or nobody else has decided to pick that back up. Like, what is going on,
dude? And having the achievements be decals on your car was such a unique aspect to it, man. My car was stickered up all over the place, man. You wore your achievements with pride in that game, along with the unique racing gameplay mechanic, man. I need a sequel, bro.
Bro, I just need. They can bring it. I don't care what studio can try to get it, but I think BlackRock is gone, but I just maybe Disney is the one holding it up and just keeping on to it, but holding on to it. But man, I don't
understand why Disney, especially with the way that it ended. You would think that they were coming out with a sequel. I was waiting for one. I think the game was popular enough for a sequel, with it being a brand new game, and then
that and Blur,
and then nothing. I don't know. What's the panel think? Anybody?
Damn.
I got nothing.
All right.
Nothing. Huh? I guess they're just not split second fans, brother. It's all right, man.
Bruh. I'm not a fan.
Some people, they can't see that great unique game sometimes, man, and it just slips by them, But guys, let's talk about headsets. Let's talk about headsets, man. And I will put it out there. I will let it be known. I am not a big headset guy when it comes to gaming. I put the sound through the TV or the sound bar. I don't know if I just want to be annoying, but I want everybody to hear what I'm doing, stuff like that. When I game, I really have my headset is just the one ear cup and microphone just for the party. But Xbox announced and put out the pre-orders for their very own Xbox wireless headset. Now, this wireless headset, up to 15 hours of gameplay before you have to charge it off a full charge. I believe something like 15 or 30 minutes will give you 3 hours on a charge with this thing. It supports all the major kind of sound formats. To me, it looks really cool. I believe they have volume control on each ear, and I think one of them controls the volume of the gameplay, and the other one controls the volume of the party chat when you're in a party. Not only that, but it hooks in natively to the system as well. There's no dongles or anything like that. It's just it's a native wireless setup, and with the Xbox kind of like peripheral app, you can go in and adjust the sound according to exactly how you like it. Now, the biggest thing is this is a wireless headset with all the bells and whistles for $99. You compare that to other wireless headsets out there with kind of like those same kind of like features, and you're looking at like $250 or so. So it went up for pre-order, and then it's sold out in like record time. I don't know. We haven't heard from Dark in a while. Let's go to Dark with this first. Dark, it seems that the Xbox wireless headset made a buzz. I got to ask you, do you think this is a big deal? What do you like? What do you not like? And are you surprised that it sold out so quickly, man?
No, because Xbox gamers don't buy games; they only buy
Peripherals,
hardware, and
controllers,
peripherals, controllers. No, man. Honestly, I saw it and I was like, you know what? That's actually kind of a badass fucking headset for $100. Because it does a lot of things that not even like I don't even think SteelSeries does some of the things that headset does. So I mean, like, it's probably it's a good deal for the price of that headset. And the 15 hours is pretty long. I mean, I think SteelSeries and the Astros are a little bit longer. I think they're like 24 hours or something like that. But I mean, you got to look at it this way: you're spending more,
$150 more for 9 hours.
For 9 hours, $150 more for 9 hours. And I think SteelSeries is about like $70 more, somewhere around there. Or well, actually, 150. Actually, I think that's how much they are. Okay. 150 for the SteelSeries. So I mean, the headset was cool and all, but I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not something I would probably buy anyways. I mean, I don't really like. Unlike you, dude, I don't really use headsets. I kind of like to have.
Me, no, like me. Like, I'm not a big headset guy. So
I mean, yeah, I mean, like you. I mean, I meant to say like you. I'm not very much of a headset guy. I use it for if I have and that too. I have to use it. If I use them, it's usually if I'm in a party or whatever with somebody. But for the most part, I like to have my surround sound on TV, blaring, just like fucking, I want to hear everything that's going on in the game, without putting headphones on, and I feel like I enjoy the game more without headphones. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So that's just me, but I mean, it is a cool headset for sure.
Nice. Crispy, what do you think about this, man? I gave the price, I gave the features. I let you know that I'm pretty sure from social media, this headset was sold out in like record time. And before you answer, just real quick, I got to give a shout out to Sir X-Man one more time, brother. What are you doing? Dude, thank you so much for all this support, bro. I really, really do appreciate it. He said, K Mega just bought Samurai Showdown Deluxe. Mega, are you proud of him? Are you proud of him?
He said last Sunday that he bought it, but he was waiting for it to be delivered. That's why he couldn't play it for Fight Night. And then now, so he's saying he just bought the whole thing. He just bought the game digital, or is it the same game? What's going on here? Because I mean, look, I don't know. You said like 2 or 3 different things. What happened? I
don't know. He also put up another super chat talking about the actual topic we're talking about here. He said, the scalpers bought the headset to overcharge. Now, bro,
I hope not.
Me and him were in a party, and I let him know. I was like, yo, dude, like, headsets are they're not the main event. Like, when it came to the consoles were the main event, and people knew that they could charge ridiculous prices. But right now, you're looking at a $99 headset that even if they tried to double the price, $200, I don't think that would be enough for these scalpers to go insane. Where, you know, with a new system, you have a $500 system, and all of a sudden you're charging $1,000. You're making $500 off of one piece of product there. You see the difference there? Like I don't see them scooping up the headset the way that these guys were using bots and stuff to like scoop up the consoles. I think the consoles had more kind of like profit potential when it came down to it. I know the headset they're a cheaper buy-in to get double the price, but you know, when it came to quantity and then profit, revenue, all that good stuff, I just don't see that equaling out to what they were doing with the consoles. So, I mean, it's a thought, but I don't think that's what's going on, man. But that's my personal opinion. Dark, did you finish on what you were saying, right?
Yeah, I've been done.
All right, you've been done. All right, so I don't know, K Mega, what do you think about these headsets, man? I know you got your cheater gaming glasses that you like to use with the amber lenses and stuff like that. Now,
Oh my god.
yeah.
It's easy to cheat when you only press the A button.
Oh yeah, K Mega, I just want to let you know, in your honor, when we play golf and everybody, you know, gets the ball in the hole, you know, you can speed up going to the next hole quickly if everybody hits A. We just tell everybody to K Mega.
Ultra gay.
Okay. Anyway, whatever. So that
actually sounded like
think
really
about
like
that.
somebody was in the panel that said that. Yeah, I'm just saying, it really sounded, that threw me off. I'm like, who is saying that?
That's the sound effect. Anyway, but no, that's how I feel about that. The K Mega. Anyway, but no, that's it. Thank you. No, I think it's really cool to see it being sold out, which I didn't even think about what Sir X-Man thought about, which would suck because my point was going to be was that, look, man, this seems like right now Xbox products are really hot right now. Like if it's the console, you know, the controllers, now the headphones, all of their accessories and everything is just blowing up. And really, if you think about the certain games that maybe some people may not look at as the AAA bangers or things like that. I mean, you go back and you think about Sea of Thieves and how people are Sea of Thieves is growing. It's not slowing down. It's getting bigger. So it's just kind of like Xbox is finding their way. It's just that I think that once they show off the AAA game that everybody's been waiting for them to release, then I think that they'll be back on smooth sailing without any more hitches. But yeah, no, I think it's really cool. No, it sounds great. I'm finna definitely get me one. And look, I got like 4 headsets, but it's just kind of like, and this is the weird thing too, because I am not really a headset guy either. But because of what we do, these are the reasons why I use the headsets. But I have noticed, like, when I got a cheaper version of the original headsets I was using when I was doing the shows and stuff like that, to now using these ones that I have now, and the difference in how clear everybody sounds, and then like the sound of when I'm listening to my feedback on the show and stuff like that, it sounds a lot better. So I guarantee that is going to even sound even better. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to cop it. But yeah, no, it's really cool. It's really cool, man. I congrats to them. And then the other thing too is that what's really positive is that it's not only just for Xbox. Everybody else can get a chance to get it as well. Like we played on the PlayStation, on the Switch, everything else. So that was really
all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's a really smart move by them.
Nice. Now, Mega, I will let you know, I showed my 17-year-old, I showed him the promo for it, you know what I'm saying? And there was one thing he said. Now, he's a big HyperX fan. He loves the build of the HyperX headsets, how they're metal and kind of like any of the fabric is like kind of like double stitched down onto the headset and stuff. And one of the first things he said, he was like, yo, the price point's really good. It just looks like it's all plastic though. That's one thing. What do you think about that? Do you think like maybe it's all plastic for the price point? And do you think that's gonna kind of like hamper the durability and duration of these headsets?
It could be. It could be. I mean, that was another thing too. I was thinking about, but I was like, oh, I'm done. I ain't gonna say anything else about it. But yeah, the price point is right. So again, it's always gonna be something with it. Like, so the price, you want the price right, or you want the price to be higher so you can complain about it, but still, I don't know, man. I get the point of it, but listen, for the price for what it is, and if you take care of your products, you know what I'm saying, your items, I think that's the biggest thing. You don't just throw it down, accidentally step on it, have the dog chew on it, and then bitch after like 3 months and say, oh, my headsets is messed up, then, or throw them when you mad at playing somebody in the game or something like
Predator.
that. Take care of your items. Yeah, like take care of your shit. Then you wouldn't have to worry about it. I would think that it'll be okay. I mean, I'll definitely let people know what I think about it when I get a chance to get my hands on one.
Nice. And yo, crispy. All right, man. You don't know the struggle.
Nope.
You don't know the struggle, bro.
Now. I don't want to hear it,
dude.
You wait for me
you
last.
know what? You start a podcast on your YouTube channel and you try to moderate it, and I want to see. Perfection, brother.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm gonna tell you, you better watch out, motherfucker. Let's go.
Ooh, okay. All right.
But yo, Chris,
no, I'm last now. I'm last, yo.
All right. Well, Crispy. Hopefully, I remember that you're last then, and not move on to the next topic. So
yeah, you should definitely move on to the next topic.
I'll just bring up the last topic on the next topic. How about that?
Ooh. Slickness right there. Yo, Predator, what do you think about these headsets, man? Selling out so quick. $99 price point with all the features. Are you might be in the market for one, right, bro?
Why would I be in the market? Even though I've had this HyperX Cloud X for like 3 years now, I think.
Well, those things are built to last, though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a problem with them, so I'm like, why move on? But here's my thing. All right, I've not had a lot of good luck with Microsoft peripherals. Going back to the Elite controller version 1, and I'm already on my second Elite version 2 right now. So like picking up something else from them, and actually, now think about it, I just had to order another wireless adapter for my PC. This is the second one I've had of those two. So
Damn, what the hell are you doing? I've still had mine. I've been having mine ever since for about ever since they first came out. Was it? They've been out for what? Those adapters for the PC?
Yeah. Mine, it wasn't connecting. It kept losing the connection to my controller.
Yo, King Mega, you're running the risk of sounding like that person. when
I'm just like, man,
when PlayStation Network is down, somebody's always like, "Well, it works fine for me right now." You sound like that person, man.
I'm like, how is that messed up? But go ahead.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Ever since I upgraded my PC, for some strange reason, it doesn't connect like it. Like I have to actually plug it into my Xbox, then plug it hardwired into my PC, and then sync it. And it just and I didn't know they came out with a new version too. So
yeah, they did. Okay,
yeah, so
that could have been the reason.
You know what? Let me just upgrade this shit. And I've had no problems with the newer one I had, but I just got that like a week ago. So, but I had the one that I had since like 2013. So like, no, it's not right. 2018. So I mean, I've had it for a while, maybe 17. But I mean, I didn't have any problems with it until I switched up my PC, and I think that's what the issue was. For whatever reason, it just wasn't working right. So I just said screw it and bought a new one. But I've not had a lot of luck with Microsoft products outside of the Xboxes that I've had. Everything else I bought, peripheral wise, has failed me. So I'm not gonna go out and buy a new headset. Like, not saying it's gonna suck, not saying that it's a bad headset or anything like that. I'm just like, if I'm going to buy a headset, I'm going to buy it from a company that's trusted and true, that has experience with headsets, So, and I've had no issues with my Cloud X's right now. I would love to have a wireless one, But then I start thinking about, okay, I use this same headset for PC as well. So I just pop it out on my controller and pop it into my Yeti and, hear that way and play that way. So like, and I'm not a huge headset guy anyway, but I'd have to know that it's going to work with this PC build before I, spend all that money. I think it's $100, but still, I don't want to have to do that when there's perfectly nothing wrong with the headsets I have right now. So I'm cool. I'm good for now. Cool, it's sold out. That's good. I mean, hopefully the whole scalper thing doesn't happen, but the times we're in right now, that's what people do. So maybe I'll check it out when this one fails or pick up something else. But I'm happy with what I have so far.
All right, brother. All right, I got you. Let's go to the bomb. I remembered, Crispy. I remembered. You are officially last on this.
What happened to Steel?
Huh?
Steel.
I was just chilling in this dark corner over here, just whispering to myself.
Rocking back and forth like, when's he gonna pick me? When's he gonna pick me? Well, since Crispy put the parameters out that he had to be last.
Oh
Wow.
nah, I'll make it quick and I'll make it easy. So I know Crispy got some things he might want to get into. Look,
He's gonna change
man.
the subject. Watch. He'll somehow talk about gears.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh,
why
we can.
not?
I mean, we can definitely include gears. See, the reason why you need this headset, right, is because you're gonna fine tune those footsteps that you really need to hear in Gears. Because apparently nobody knows how to play Gears multiplayer, so you need to be able to hear those footsteps. So I can hit you with
slap
the
on walls. Like
he said, the ass cheeks clapping. I'm done.
Betrayal.
He said you can hear the ass cheeks sliding on walls. All right, but no. Hey, it's one of those things where look, the series consoles didn't really come out with a solid alternative for those who might be looking for a new headset, especially a wireless option. And as we've been moving throughout the years, wireless options for headsets have become more readily available. The fact that they are promoting that you're going to be able to not only play your game and whatnot seamlessly, but you're also gonna be able to hook up to your phone seamlessly. So it automatically puts you in an environment where you don't have to detach yourself or take off your headset if you're in a gaming session. If you get a phone call, if you got voice to text set up, all that it doesn't take away from your gaming experience. Again, it's an accessibility feature, along with keeping a slick design. Yes, it's made out of plastic. Again, if you're gonna hit that $100 price point, you're gonna have to make sacrifices. On the Sony side, it's the same thing. Theirs doesn't look all that durable either. Again, when you're hitting these kind of price points, if you're not willing to pay $150 to upwards of $400 for a solid headset, the fact that you're getting wireless headsets for $100 is a feat in itself. I feel like this is going to be a solid option for anybody that might be looking for one. Again, like you guys are saying, I'm actually very surprised that a lot of y'all don't like wearing headsets when you're gaming, and I completely understand why. I've just always been the type to have both. I'll have the volume on, not really all that loud or whatever the case, but and I also always have the headset on, and I've always like to spend that extra little bit of money for that accessory because but I've always been a heavy multiplayer gamer, and I feel like that's what it's more catered for, the more casual but gamer that likes to play that Call of Duty but wants to be able to walk around the house, maybe get up and get a beer without having to worry about dragging the controller around. That's the biggest issue that I used to have, having that wire hooked into your controller. You got to carry your controller everywhere around the house. You set it on the counter, you go to make a sandwich, or you're sitting there making some coffee or whatever, you walk off, and then next thing you know, you're pulling the headphone jack with the controller and it hits the floor. Pow! Then they're like, fuck. And then you wonder why your RB button's broken. You know what I mean? Like there's sacrifices that come with, and giving people a wireless option for the price point that they're giving to people. That I think it's a magnificent thing. Again, it's an entry level. It's like an entry level wireless headset, man. That's kind of how I look at it. And I think it's a good option.
Nice. And like you said, the integration, the native kind of like just when your phone rings, just picking it up and playing it right like
Exactly.
that. You know, for people, there's going to be people that might purchase this that don't even have an Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they're on the PC, they have it hooked up to their phone, stuff like that. If that integration is really as seamless as they were touting and marketing, $100, man, that's a deal right there. So, I don't know. Let's did I miss anybody?
Nope. Go ahead, next
You
topic.
can go and screw yourself.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you, Crispy.
Oh damn.
Crispy, I'm not sure if you're a big headset guy, so oh man, this is gonna go down in history with that.
I feel
that
like I
soundboard.
just watched an episode of The Three Stooges right there.
I was gonna say who's Curly, but anyway,
Oh.
dude, you gotta let me know if you are a headset guy, and what do you think about this? Xbox headset wireless, $100, and it's completely sold out, man. Like, I don't know. Did you expect that?
No, because the console with the higher player base is not sold out as we speak. You can go on Target and a few other sites and get the PlayStation 5 version for $100.
That one's wireless.
And it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's wireless. It's wireless, but it requires an adapter, especially if you're using PlayStation 4. Also, it just basically says, oh, we have this 3D audio for PlayStation 5 only. Now, keep in mind that, Xbox is sitting here like, okay, well, we're going to charge $100. We have a 3-hour more battery life. We also support spatial sound through Windows Sonic, Dolby Atmos, and DTS Headphone X for the Xbox Series XS and One.
Ooh.
Okay, and the headset is based off of what Turtle Beach has done for years. You can actually, to my knowledge, you can flip up, like you can flip up the microphone and you are muted. It's a pretty simple thing, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Not only that, it's Bluetooth enabled, so you can use Bluetooth. You could probably use it with your phone, especially if it's a Android phone. I'm sure you can use it. It's a little bit better, in my opinion. Not is it great? Is it the greatest thing you're ever going to have? No, probably not. But for paying $100 and being able to use it, like it literally says that you can use it to like play music and this and that. Like they are making this a multiple, platform accessory, which is exactly what Xbox has been doing for a while. I mean, I hear a lot of people that use PC, if they use a controller, they got an Elite Series 2, or they got anything that's Bluetooth enabled, including the new series of Xbox controllers. So I feel like, they're going all in on the accessories, and that's why it's sold out, because they saw what it is. And I'll tell you, in that little, tidbit they showed, they didn't tell anything that I just read. They really didn't. It didn't say it had spatial sound and this and that, like all these things. Like they just said, like, hey, it's here. That's basically what they said. And that's the problem with Xbox. They always get out of the nitty-gritty. Like a lot of people nowadays are well informed and they want to hear the nitty-gritty. Like me. Like I had to go and search for that. But what I just said about both are off of their official sites, by the way. I'm not BSing. They're off their official sites. Okay. And, PlayStation is going for the gaming aspect of it, and that's it. But this headset from Xbox can, kind of hit all these realms. And you have to realize that, xCloud and Game Pass are a thing, and it has to be able to work on those. Which
wouldn't it work on those?
Which means it has to work on your phone. So if you want to sit there and mow the lawn like sometimes I do and play music off your phone and have it Bluetooth connected, I'm pretty sure you can do that. Now, do I have one? No. Do I have either? No. But just by what I've read, you have one that even if you have a PS4, you need an adapter. That's what it says. If you have the adapter, why do you need an adapter? Are they even using Bluetooth? I don't think so. So you have one choice that you can use for one thing, and you have another choice which you can use for multiple things, and you pay the same price. I'm going to go with the multiple things. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, it makes sense. And one thing as I was listening to you guys, one thing I didn't hear anybody touch on. It shows where they're going in terms of peripherals, with Xbox. They could have just easily came out with another wired, headset, stuff like that. But no, they went all in. And not only did they go all in, they went all in and put a price point there that was acceptable for a lot of people. When you're talking wireless headset with all the features and everything like that, they could have made one and easily charged, 150, $200. Yeah, I was going to say more, 200. Easy. And 150 would have made it even a deal, but they're coming in at $99.99. Now, what my son said in terms of it being all plastic, I guess that's going to be the wait and see aspect to it. And all I saw was a video on it. You don't know. I don't have any idea of the weight of the plastic, the durability, the quality of the materials, or anything like that. But for $100, man, I know wired headsets that were a deal for $100. So you're going wire if you want to go wireless and stuff like that. You have this option now. Instead of the 150 when it comes to steel, instead of the 250 when it comes to the Astros, I just think it's a good fit, for the price, and it makes me think about what they're gonna do down the line when it comes to extra devices and stuff hooking up to the Xboxes, and how they're gonna come in at a lower price point, but they're not.
By the way,
they're not gonna negate on features. What's up, bro?
Mm-hmm.
The wireless adapter is not just for the PS4; it's for the PS5 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
trying to
but
say. Was that it can be played on everything.
yeah, but it's not That means the headset is not native on the PS5. Like, you need the dongle for
It's
all of it.
there's still a dongle for the PS. I think even like the Steel series. Well, actually, I have the Steel series. The Steel series needs a dongle in order for it to utilize it on the PS5. So, I think.
Where is Christopher Hart getting this headset caught?
Are they
sets on
not
fire?
using Bluetooth technology?
No, they're honestly. I don't think on the
doesn't
Pulse
Sony
ones they don't
have money
the-
invested in Bluetooth, if I'm not mistaken.
But Steel series does have those. They are Bluetooth, but the Pulse ones are not Bluetooth. No.
Yo, guys, I gotta ask real quick, and Christopher Hart is talking about the headset exploding or setting on fire. Is there these things aren't even out in the public yet? They're just
They come out in March, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. He's
always.
just blowing smoke, dog.
Oh my goodness, bro! Really, dude? How are you gonna?
He's his shit because I just called him
Chris,
out. I'm sorry, bro.
Here's the deal, man. If the PS5 supports Bluetooth, you can buy yourself an Xbox headset and play on your PS5, bro.
What the
Yeah.
I mean, there
PS4.
are
PS5.
PS5 headsets that do allow Bluetooth, but so far the ones that are the better ones you need a dongle for them.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean that's the whole benefit to this. We always got to preach accessibility. I mean, they're giving you that USB port that you always have to use, and allowing you to use it for maybe more storage. Like that's the only way that you could really think about it, man. I mean, the fact that their Xbox is really putting out a pair of headsets that you can literally just pop them on, they
take
connect.
anywhere.
and do anything with, connecting to your phone, because everything is built in. I mean, that's what they're going for. Like, it just makes sense at that point.
They're
Chris,
basically making these things so that you can use them anywhere and everywhere at any time.
Yo, Chris, I just gotta say, don't put false information out there, man. Like, you could be mad about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could be mad about it, but don't try to create like some sort of narrative on something that hasn't even released yet.
He has issues.
Why is he even
He has
mad?
issues with the truth.
You are fake
He has
news.
issues
You are
with the
fake
truth.
news.
It has radiation. Like, come on, man.
Yo, well,
Why
guys,
is he even mad about a freaking headset?
Yeah,
dude?
I
It's
have
because
no
he
idea.
looked on the
It's all good.
PS website and
He's right.
he saw the headset and he read it and he's like, "Oh shit, Crispy ain't lying." Well, guess what? I don't lie, and if I do lie, it ain't to you. It's to the po-po, motherfucker.
All right, guys. Guys, check this out.
That's how you know
Wow.
Crispy's been drinking.
Guys, we got one more topic. One more topic, real
Yeah,
quick,
let's
and
get it.
we
Let's get to it, boys.
wind this down, man. So, yo, check this out. Sony is facing a class action lawsuit over alleged PS5 controller defect, and this is from CNN Business. All right, so try to discredit that. Okay, guys. Let's see. Here's the deal. I'm gonna move over to the front of my computer here. Sony's PlayStation 5 has been hugely popular and hard for consumers to get their hands on since it was released last fall, but not everyone who managed to snag one has been satisfied. A class action lawsuit accuses Sony of violating consumer fraud statutes and breaching warranty agreements because of an alleged defect with the PS5 DualSense wireless controllers, according to a complaint filed in the Southern District of New York on Friday. And if you're going to do a lawsuit like this, you go to the Southern District of New York. The filing comes soon after the law firm Chronicle Chimical Schwartz, Kreiner, and Donaldson Smith, which is among the firms listed as working on the suit, set up a webpage soliciting reports of issues with the controllers. Gaming news site IGN first reported the firm's investigation and the lawsuit. The class action suit alleges that the DualSense controllers, which were released in November along with the PS5, suffer from a defect known as drift, wherein characters or other elements on screen move without the user manipulating the controller's joystick. We're all gamers. We know what drift is. The defect significantly interferes with gameplay and yada yada yada. Sony did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the lawsuit. Let's see. The complaint claims that the plaintiff, Lamarck Turner, experienced a controller drift issue on the day he purchased a PS5 in early February. So right out the gate. Turner contacted customer service and followed their troubleshooting instructions to no avail, the complaint says. Given that his experience with contacting Sony the first time did not satisfactorily address the drift issue, Turner opted to purchase another controller. Now, going on, it says the suit alleges that Sony has been aware of the drift issue because of online complaints made by consumers directly to it, and through its own pre-release testing. So in other words, they sold this stuff knowing that there was an issue when it comes to drift, allegedly knowing that through its pre-release testing. Now, we all know there's another company out there that is dealing with drift issues on their controllers, and that be
Two.
Well, Nintendo and Xbox as well.
Xbox, yes.
The
Series controllers,
the Elite
yes,
Series
there's-
2. When it comes to drift,
There's a pending lawsuit. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Crispy, you were the last one on the past topic. Make you the first one on this topic. What do you think about this? Is this just another thing, like, we all know the lawyers they put out on the website, and they were looking for people who had issues with this controller to kind of get a lawsuit going. You get so many people under a class action lawsuit to kind of like move it forward. Do you think that this is just something that happens when it comes to business, or is there something serious kind of like under wraps here that could possibly be coming out, man?
It could be serious. It could be not. I will ask Dark this more than anybody because he plays only on PlayStation as of now. Do you have an app or anything like that to modify your PlayStation 5 controller?
Dark.
Wait, what?
You are fake
Wait.
news.
Wait, what?
My bad. My bad. What was that?
Dark, do you, because you play on PlayStation all the time, do you have an app or anything like that would allow you to change the settings of your controller?
No.
Okay, so for Xbox, the Elite Series, you have an app. You can change literally, like, I'd say 96% of the entire controller through, just having settings to where, you have ultimate, ability to just move back and forth and everything else. But at the same time, you also, you tap the controller. It's because of the app, possibly, it could move and continue to move. I have downturned a lot of that, dead zones, all that stuff. I've downturned a lot of that. Hadn't had super problems. There have been issues at times, but I almost feel like it could be lag, especially now that games are starting to be developed for the newer consoles or are being, they're being, just moved forward without thinking about the Xbox One X itself. I can't hate on it. At the same time, for PlayStation to have this problem and not have an app or something that you can adjust. Now, we're not talking, I don't hear a lot. I hear a little bit about the Xbox One controller having some kind of issue, but nothing has come to the courts, as we like to say. The Series controller is brand new. I've heard very little complaints, and I trust a lot of people. So you've had problems with it, Brad?
Yeah, we'll get to me in a minute.
But, well, I mean that's where I go. I don't have literally. I'm using my Elite, which is the actual lawsuit, and if I downturn a lot of things, it works fine. Now necessarily, am I getting all of everything I can out of my Elite? Absolutely not. So dude, it's all null and void. I mean, literally, the Switch released a new iteration of the console that had the same damn stick inside of the Switch that you couldn't replace, and nobody's complaining about it. So
there was a lawsuit on Nintendo as well about the
there's a lawsuit. That doesn't mean it's going to turn into anything. You know what I mean? Like, is there enough people that are affected? That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Is there enough? Is there a timely manner where the company replaces that peripheral? That's number two. Number three, do you actually have proof? And these are all things that are involved in that type of civil, court thing. So what do we have to say about it? It's gonna, whatever pans out is panned out. If there's 100,000 people that have an issue with any of these, is that enough? Especially if you're talking about, down the road when this goes. I mean, court litigation is incredibly just long and drawn out, and these huge companies just have so many lawyers that can be like, oh, here's our little bubble that we can go into and make this much longer. And by the time it's all said and done, let's say 100 million people like the PlayStation 4, adopt the PlayStation 5, and 100,000 have an issue, and at least 50% of them they were replaced. How does that even have any relevance? You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the people are running with it, and I'm like, come on, dude. Like, Xbox and Nintendo, I mean, the big three have all three of them have lawsuits right now towards them, and you ain't gonna see them go anywhere, because unless one really like has a million plus people that have issues, and then they go and try to get it replaced, and they keep getting the nope, we ain't giving you nothing, and then you go and buy a new controller, and then it happens again, and then you have multiple issues like that, then you might see something come from it.
You make a great point on like the three companies having like these issues, having like court cases and stuff like that, having these suits kind of, forming against them. And my whole thing with this is, check this out. We've had so many quote unquote new features when it comes to these controllers. You have the Switch with the controllers that slide on and off on your portable screen. Of course, we all know about the DualSense and kind of like the haptic feedback triggers, blowing in the microphone, all that stuff. The Series controller with the back paddles, the battery life, all that stuff. How about this, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo? How about this? How about you go back to the basics and improve those when it comes to the joysticks, when it comes to the button quality and stuff like that? Why not improve those before adding that you can blow on your controller, or adding 4 more buttons to it that can eventually break, or adding this type of feedback where you can feel three ice cubes in your glass and stuff like that in a game? How about going back and solidifying the durability of these controllers and not trying to take advantage of the community by eventually making so much money off of peripherals?
Let me bring this up real quick, okay? You make, all right, hypothetically, throughout a lifespan, especially for Xbox's sake, you make millions of controllers. You have 1,000 to 2,000 people not like what they got. You replace those controllers, even at that premium price. You take that controller, you remodel it, you sell it to a third party, they resell it as a used controller. These are all things that we're not thinking about. The point is that the original manufacturing is much cheaper. Even if it's 10 cents for 1 million, that's a lot of money to them. It's down to their bottom line. They're actually looking at it and they're like, this is more important for our investors selling the controller, and the replacing part really doesn't have to get noticed.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Crispy, real quick, the one thing I was going to add to that when it comes to these three companies, if you want to look for a silver lining in all this, at least with Xbox, when it comes down to it, when you deal with customer service, for the most part, they get something done for you. You hear horror stories when it came to Nintendo and the stick drift on the Switch. You hear horror stories. We've heard horror stories for years when it came to Sony's customer service in terms of fixing issues.
I think you should go with saying that. I think you should go to Pred next, because he should know better than anybody.
All right, well, yeah. First off, shout out to Lady Foxfire in the chat. What is up, lady? It is always good to see you in the chat, as well as everybody else. But anytime Lady Foxfire joins the chat, I kind of like stop what I'm doing, and it's time to shout out Lady Foxfire. Good to see you. Predator, what do you think about this lawsuit, man? You are on the business side of things. What do you think's going on here with Sony and You said you had some things to talk about with Xbox as well, bro.
All right, I'll start off with my Xbox story. I've heard this before. Elite Controller 1, I had 6 of them. I won't go all through details, but I had 6 of those motherfuckers, and they all fucked up with the rubber grip. I don't remember if there was a class action lawsuit. So with my Elite Series 2, I've had to send it back too already. Stick drift, rubber grips, the little tabs underneath that control your trigger squeeze. Those fell off. Sent it back. If you think back, Microsoft actually extended the warranty on those, I think, an additional 6 months because of the lawsuit, the potential lawsuit. Because I think they only had like I want to say a 6 month, maybe 90-day warranty on those in the beginning, and they extended it out. So I was able to actually return it and then get another one. So, so that's the issue I've had with Microsoft stuff. But I will say that my interaction with them, even with the 6 that I returned and this second one I've gotten, has been positive. I emailed them, they immediately said send it back, and got a new controller within the next couple of days. So that's always been a positive with them in that aspect with their products. I've never had an issue with even my Surface Book that I had to return recently because the screen was going black and blackening it out. I sent it in, it was still under warranty. And even if it had been like slightly out of warranty, they still would have accepted it. If it's a known issue with their products, they usually return it back, let you return it back, and honor the warranty for something that's known. With my Nintendo Switch, I had 2 of them. I bought one for myself and one for my daughter. Stick drift on both of them. My daughter's was worse than mine was because she plays it a lot more than I did. But I had to buy her new Joy-Cons. My Nintendo did not honor the stick drift. I'm in the class action lawsuit with both of those controllers, both of those switches right now, and I'm constantly getting stuff from them asking for, they want. I think the last thing they wanted me was to show a video of just me talking to them and about my issue, and basically the same thing I'm telling you guys now is what I told them. The issues I was having with that controller. Now, will I get anything out of it? Probably not financially. Maybe I'll get reimbursed for the extra controller I bought.
You get
Maybe
$5, man, because of all the people.
basically $5 or maybe some Nintendo e-credits or something like that at the end of the day. So if you think about everybody that's going to be involved in these lawsuits, by the time, let's say they say, we're going to put $10 million towards it, you got to divide that by every single person that actually filed for that lawsuit, and so you're not going to get too much out of it at the end of the day. So with my PlayStation 5 controller, I've not had issues. My stepson has it right now, so I don't think he's had any issues. I told him just to keep an eye on things that are going wrong. Like I read the stuff on Twitter, people having problems with certain things, like game saves and stuff like that. But he has not had any problems with his controller at this point. But even if he did, I don't think he'd say anything because he doesn't want to send it in to get it repaired if it broke anyway. So because he doesn't know when he get another one back. But for this to happen with all 3 of these companies, there's a problem with, like you were saying, like the quality of these controllers in general, like just their product in general. They're basically pushing things out to get them out as fast as possible. Maybe there's especially with the PlayStation 5 controller, because they have a lot of technology in it with the haptic feedback and stuff like that. And I think it was Crispy who said this months ago about them failing. I think we talked about this before. Like there's stuff going about. Your card is crashed to a wall. Whoever is playing just now.
Yeah, because I use that clip because it shows like the destruction. It shows the crimpling up. This is Burnout Paradise. So
yeah. So with the PlayStation 5 controllers, with all the haptic feedback and stuff like that, and it's a really good controller. I like it, but there's so much stuff involved in the inner workings with it that there's something that's going to fail at some point. And I've seen some videos on, where they've tried to destroy this controller basically and break it down and look at especially the haptic feedback part, like how it's like the plastic on it wears away and stuff like that. I'm not surprised about a class action lawsuit on it, to be honest with you, mainly because the tech involved in it, but secondly because it's happened with everybody else. It's like just a free win-win, in the eyes of the consumer. If you complain about it and enough people have the same problem with it, that you're gonna get something out of it. So, in that aspect, I kind of expected it to happen, especially once they start talking stick drift. I mean, that's like a guaranteed lawsuit right there. You know, they're gonna have to do something. That my issue is, are they honoring the people who are saying they have it? You know, are they just like, hey, send it back to us, we'll sing a new one, or are they giving pushback to the people who've had issues? And that's where the issue lies. Like with my elite controllers, when I had an issue, I just sent it in. I got another one back. If they're getting pushback from like I got with Nintendo, or like let's say Sony's doing that, then yeah, I specifically expect them to have a lawsuit filed against them, because these things just came out in like November. Like you shouldn't be having these problems with the controller. And I guess this guy was saying he had it since day one, and they refused to honor it. So if they're doing it to him, and they're doing it to multiple people, then yeah. And I don't care if it's 1,000 or 10. Like, this is your product, you should stand behind it. If it's fucked up, you fix it. Especially if it's only 10 people. If it's 10 million people, then it's a more serious problem. It should be addressed as well. So I hope they do the right thing and try to fix it, extend the warranties like Microsoft did, or maybe like I said, offer refunds, and exchanges, at least exchanges for this, if it's something that's
Well, and I just I want to bring up this point real quick. Xbox continues to do the right thing, and this all stems from the 360 area. I had the Run Ring of Death 3 times, and eventually I got it replaced, or I got a check. And when I got the check, I got a better console because of it. And it was at the same price that I paid those many years before. So I don't know if Xbox just knows it's going to be better off for the consumer, and it's going to be better off for us, because consumer is going to say, hey, we might not have made a great product, or we might have overstepped our bounds and how we thought about doing it, but we're still going to make it right. And I mean, there's a lot of companies, not just these 3, that should really look at that and say, it makes sense. I mean, Apple is a big problem with that. Like, I've had multiple iPhones that have had issues with the actual plug-in charging port, or you even now you have to play everything off of that. And I mean, it's incredible. They don't do anything. They do nothing to help me.
Yeah, I would say with Microsoft, on my first Elite controller, they sent me a second one absolutely free. They didn't even ask for the first one back. They just gave me one for free, and they said, you can keep the other one. Here's another, because they knew there was a problem with that rubber grip coming off of those. And even with this Elite 2, when I had issues, they were like, I think they kind of learned from the Elite 1. They don't want to go through this again, because like my rubber grips on this Elite 2, I ain't had a problem with them since. It's just the stick drift, the issue that I had. So, but they've replaced it. They didn't question it. They just said send it in, and I think, like you said, they learned from their mistakes in the past. It's just like with Nintendo and Sony. They haven't really had to deal with this other than the lawsuit Nintendo's dealing with right now. But Sony's just now hearing about this sort of thing, so they're gonna have to figure it out at some point, how they're gonna recoup, how they're gonna let their consumers recoup this loss, and with the controllers being fucked up. So that's all I got, man. You can move on to the next person.
I got you, brother. Let's go to our special guest here. Steel, man, you heard everybody else, and this seems to be a problem that spreads across multiple companies. You heard my opinion as well, man. I will say, when it came to like the Xbox One controllers, like the regular controllers, I thought over time their durability and the quality of the plastic actually got shittier, to the point where before I got a Series S or anything like that, and if I wasn't using my Elite controller, my Elite Series 2, I actually got like the first red one that came out, which was early in the generation, because I felt like those controllers were more durable, and I believe I was right, because to this day that controller is still kicking. It's still working like, you know, the first day. Of course, you know, the
Was it the tactical?
No, it was just the plain red one, the dark red one.
Okay, man.
Yeah, but dude, what do you think about this class action lawsuit, and what do you think about this kind of like situation in general, man? Because it seems like all three companies, like, is there something going on here in terms of manufacturing? When it comes to like peripherals and stuff, do you think they're trying to cut too many corners and it's kind of coming up and possibly biting them in the ass right now? What do you think the deal is?
I don't know if it's them cutting corners or anything to that nature. I think it's a not play. I think it's a not enough play testing. There's too many different situations to where stick drift can happen. I feel like it's one of those things where it's also I don't want to necessarily say inevitable because it's going on across the board. I'm kind of on the same lines. I had 3 different Elite Series 1 controllers that I all had to get replaced through Best Buy, mainly because of the rubber grips. Then after dealing with the rubber grips falling off or just completely coming off, the RB or the LB bumpers would break. And you either, you know, you repair those a couple times, or you use the warranty for a couple times, as long as that works. And then you get to a point where you got to just do it yourself. And you can only do that so many times, man. And it just becomes to a point where if you're going to charge a premium for this product, then I kind of expect a certain quality. And we don't, and it seems like we tend to get away from that. It seems to have gotten better. My Elite Series 2, I haven't had any issues with. I have 2 of them. I have one for me and one for my wife. And we haven't had any issues. But and I use them across, and I use mine daily. I mean, 10 hours. I put up in almost 40 hours a week in gaming. You know what I mean? On the controller itself, give or take. And I feel like it upholds, but again, it's just like anything else. Not everything is going to be perfect. Some things just might have not made out the factory the way that they were supposed to. Maybe something got slid by. It's one of those things where it is getting out of hand, especially when you see it from all 3 companies. It's something that needs to be paid attention to, especially again if you're paying premium for these controllers. I mean, other than that, everybody else has pretty much touched on everything else. I don't want to bash it into everybody's skull about what this could really be. So
yeah, nah, I got you, brother. I got you. Yo, K Mega, what are your thoughts on this, man? Is there a deeper issue here? Is this just something that happens now when it comes to business, and you know, the word gets out so much quicker? Yeah, that you know these law firms are putting up websites and stuff, so they're getting enough people to like kind of push these lawsuits forward or whatnot, or do you think there's something serious here with the DualSense? And you know, we're talking about the other companies as well, man.
No, I mean, I just think with all 3 of them, it just comes down to what Steele said, is that, you know, there's not enough beta testing throughout. And what the main issue with it is that, you know, there's a lot of wear and tear. The gamers are playing games a hell of a lot more than they have, I think, in maybe ever.
That's a good point.
And so therefore, like, they may have a machine that works on it and does so much, but they're also thinking about the person that's usually working 40 hours, you know, the regular 40 hours or more per week. Well, there's been a lot of gamers that ain't been doing that, you know what I'm saying here. So, you know, and me included in that. So like, yeah, I mean, the Elite one was a disaster in the sense of, you know, for the pricing. And then, you know, I went through 2 or 3 of them, and then it made me not get the 2, even though it was the best controller that I've ever played with ever. At the time, I just was like, no, I'm not ready to, you know, I don't want to spend another $100 or anything, you know, $150, $125 or whatever for another country. In this country, and I think the 2 was 175, right? So yeah, no,
Yeah,
I just
close
wasn't.
to 2.
Yeah, no, so I wasn't gonna do that. But luckily, I will say, I have been thoroughly pleased with the Series X controllers. I
Right.
mean, like to the point to I don't even miss my Elite because I feel that these controllers feel not as good in the sense of like heftiness or certain ability, well, not the abilities, but certain things that you can do with those controllers compared to this one. But it just feels a hell of a lot better. And Bot, you got I'm pretty sure it's the same controller that's with the Series S, that's with the X. I've been had um, tons of I'm satisfied with that controller. Matter of fact, I think I'll get a red one and then I'll just call it a day. I don't even need to get an Elite anymore. That's how I think about it. But I think overall, to make my last point is to say this is that people just need to take care of their shit better. If you got something that's wrong, send it and trade it in.
Get that warranty.
Get that warranty. That was the last thing I was
That's
going
a
to say is
fact.
get the warranty. Like there's people that's complaining, they'll buy it, but then they go up there when the people ask them about, hey man, this is a warranty for $3 to $5. No, I already paid as much for it. Then that's on you. You should know that these products, especially with controllers and how people go through these controllers, if you've gone through a lot of controllers beforehand, that that's you're going to have to get it replaced eventually. It's not going to last forever. I mean, I was surprised by that the original Xbox One controller, as cheap as that felt, it lasts me almost a whole generation. I think until the last year, until it just it had the analog just kind of just gave out. That was it though. That was amazing. But you know what? I just those are the things that I just give people advice, man. Make sure that you get that warranty, take care of your shit, and then trade it in, get your money back, or join a lawsuit. It's just that simple.
Okay, I got you, bro. I got you. Yo, Dark, what do you think about this lawsuit with stick drift and whatnot? I believe you had a question posed to you, and you said you haven't had any problems. But do you think that there's like a deeper rooted problem here with the multiple companies and kind of like quality on their basic functionality of these controllers?
No, honestly, I think it's more just people are using these controllers a lot more now. Like, and I mean, you know what? Like, I've had my Switch for about 3 years, and I just started getting drift on the Joy-Con, but now I decided not to buy a new Joy-Con. I just hooked it up to my TV, and now I'm just playing with the Pro controller. So it's fine. But if the PlayStation 5 controller does start to drift, I'll do what everybody else does. Just buy a new one, or that's not the best solution, but that's really the only solution you're gonna have, because PlayStation's not gonna allow you to call in and be like, hey, I got a problem with this controller. What are you guys gonna do for me?
They're gonna go through steps on troubleshooting, and then that's it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through steps. You're gonna have to jump through hoops. It's granted, yes, the controller's $70. That's a steep price point for a controller, but look at I think the Joy-Cons are about $70, aren't they? like
something like that, yeah.
So yeah, and plus, I know a lot of people say, oh yeah, the PS5 DualSense has all this technology in it. It honestly, that technology that's in that controller, or that's in the controller, isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Like the haptic triggers, or the adaptive triggers, I turned it off because I couldn't stand it anymore. I was like, okay, I played it with Astro's Playroom, and I was like, okay, this is fun, this is kind of cool, this is kind of different. And then after that, I just turned it off. And there are ways there's not an app, but there are ways of going into the system itself and changing the controller settings. So I mean, there's a plus there, but there's not an app that you can go on to on your phone or whatever and change controller settings. I mean, right now I'm not having an issue. I do feel for the people who are having an issue, but as soon as I do have an issue, I'll either join one of the lawsuits or I'll just buy a new controller. More than likely, I'll probably just buy a new controller. I mean, yeah,
and
it's
that's why these
$70,
companies love
but-
you, Dark. Because you're like, I'll just buy a new controller.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, you can do the class action lawsuit, but like, you don't know if it's gonna go anywhere, and how long, and you don't know how long it's gonna go until you actually receive some sort of payment for that.
Mid-generation.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna wait until the lawsuit goes through and then never play any games throughout that entire time? No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna go out, you're gonna buy a new controller, and that's the end of it. Like, all these companies, just what they need to do is really need to take these controllers and put them through the big test, like the testing of just beating the shit out of the controller, like just like playing it for playing with the playing the games on with the
Stop
controller.
playing with yourself.
Just playing with that controller for X amount of time,
Slamming the buttons, like, and
yeah, they really need to put that thing through the test, through the ringer, and just make it, and I'm guessing that they just didn't beta test or test it enough for it to not have these issues. Honestly, I think the lawsuit with the PlayStation controller is kind of jumping the gun, because I haven't heard too many people having an issue with it. I heard some people, but not to the wide spread like the Joy-Con controller. Like it's the same thing like with the Elite one. I haven't heard widespread like the Joy-Cons. Like the Joy-Cons are definitely there's a reason to have a lawsuit for that. But
yeah, I started getting a little drift on my Elite Series 2, but I tightened the joystick and it was fine.
Okay,
See,
so let
there
me
you
ask
go.
you.
I mean-
Let me ask you guys this question: how long do you think it's acceptable for a controller to last? I think that's the biggest.
Well, when you
question.
spend $180 on it, it better
That- I-
last a
but,
generation.
No, come on. You got to be realistic.
No,
How long?
I'd
do you
say
think?
5 years. I'd
No.
say 5 years. For 185 years.
Yeah, $200.
Um,
Yeah, 5 years.
For
Okay, so
$70
you
bucks?
got-
At least.
For $70
At
bucks,
least.
at least half the generation.
Yeah, my
$70
inbox
bucks.
controller needs at least
I
last me
know,
2 years.
no, $70. I mean,
I think
like,
Pred was more. I think Pred was more realistic than the rest of you guys. I mean, 2 years for your inbox controller. Year and a half. I say year and a half max. I'm cool with that. If I get a year and a half max. If I get more, I think that's fine.
But it depends on your play style.
That's true,
But and that's also true. But I mean, we've all been playing more, especially last year. So that's the thing that I'm trying to say is that if for the Elite, I would give 5 years, 4 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be a little bit lenient and say 3.5 to 4. Because I just
That's
look
like
at it as
half
much
the
as
generation.
Nope.
That's what I said.
No. I pay
Yeah.
I pay almost $200. That's almost half a damn console, man.
But you're getting,
Come on,
but
dude.
no. But if you get a warranty, if you're smart and get a warranty, then
But why do I
Not
gotta pay
that
more
much.
for a warranty,
Well,
bro? Like, come on,
because
bro.
that's just backing you on it. You got to get a warranty on your car, on your house, on everything else, don't you?
Why am I
mean,
gonna
the
get a
other-
warranty on my car? Expect that shit to last at least 5 years. Oh, come on, man.
The other thing that comes with that
Okay.
too, other thing that comes with that too, though, that we can't look over is that technology does update over time.
Yeah.
So there's new tech that gets implemented that could actually be better. So that's the other thing that gets thrown in there too. So it's like it kind of goes hand in hand. It's like, yeah, on one hand you could say, well, if I'm paying $200 for a controller, it needs to last me the entire generation. But at the same time, if they put out an Elite Series 3 and it cuts down the input lag to completely nothing, then
you're gonna be
I'm
spending
gonna
again.
spend another $200.
Yeah, right. That's
because at that point it
Yeah,
makes
but you
sense
trading shit in the
because
Best Buy for like $80. So.
exactly.
right.
Or if you have the whole system through Best Buy, whatever the case might be, which I would suggest a lot of people do through Target, through Best Buy, whoever you feel comfortable with. Best Buy is just, I feel like it has it set up right.
But this is the thing
go through them and get it set up.
But this is the thing that trips me out. Like, right, I'm the one that's more lenient when it comes to the time frame, and yet, but my controllers last the longest than all y'all's. That's the thing that trips me out. And I know that last year I know that I was probably up there in the top tier of
fighting games.
I've
ain't
never
that hard on a controller,
but
bro.
Mega, I've never had an issue with any of my controllers except for the Joy-Con that I've had with the Nintendo Switch, but that's widespread. But my other controllers, I've never had any issues with them.
Yeah,
I don't beat the shit out of my controllers like some people.
Like there's people that's just brutal to their controllers. Like, I mean, I remember there was guys telling me, "Oh man, I've had this controller for 2 months." Damn, what are you doing with your controller to make it for 2 months?
I mean, I put it to you like this, bro. If you put in anywhere in between 30 to 100 hours a week on your controllers, it's going to break down over time, bro. It is what it is. You can spend the premium, but after 5 years, do the math on that. Like, it just makes sense. You're not going to put 500,000 miles on your car and not expect for something not to fuck up at some point.
That's why
it's not
like I'm
logical,
I just expect it to work 5 years, but I don't have a warranty on it because it's supposed to be working for 5 years.
Because the warranties don't extend over 5 years anyway, half the time.
No, I get that.
For a car, it's different, dude.
Well, you can get a 7-year warranty. You know, it's a quite. Listen, that's a whole.
Yeah, how much that cost? Half of the other controller. You're gonna go buy another controller with it?
No. Okay, so for instance, the controller, like at Best Buy, I can get a warranty for the Elite 2 for $3.50.
Okay, for how many years after the warranty?
Oh, it's as long as the warranty lasts as long as you got the ticket or you got that, and that's why I don't even do the paper ticket anymore because I usually lose them or throw them away. So I keep it in through my email, and then I save my email when I get it, and then when they go and look and check it, boom, it's right there. That's Fred. You know I'm right on that. Yeah. Right. So that's the thing, and you're talking about $3.50. Like it was like Best Buy, GameStop had a sale for used controllers, for pre-owned controllers. Like they were like $19. I bought like 5 of them, right? And I was like, I know these bitches ain't gonna last that long. I said, but regardless, you know, I got and unfortunately, there's only I can't say unfortunately. Fortunately, all of them lasted except for one. One broke down on me, and the one thing that's why I can speak on this because I was like, man, I got it for such a good deal. I'm thinking, and I'm already thinking, it's GameStop. I'm not going to. I don't care about getting the warranty on it. And see, if I did have the warranty, I could have just traded that controller in, and I could have been fine. But I didn't because I was just like, these are steel. I'll just buy about 5 or 6 of these things, and I'm good. I got plenty just in case if something goes bad. But when it comes to because I'm thinking of the price point. Instead of me just thinking logically and just like I'm telling you guys, it's basically like, look, just put the warranty on the shit. Doesn't matter if it costs $2. Don't matter if it costs $5 million. You put the warranty on.
The unfortunacy of what the console I have, I don't think I can put a warranty on that because I got it from PlayStation themselves, and I don't think they didn't offer a warranty at the time.
So it is what it is.
You go to the website. You go to the website. It's like Samsung.
Even if you don't, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna buy another controller. Guess what you're gonna do with that? You're gonna get a warranty.
Right? Yeah. As soon as I can get it, like the next, like if I have to buy another controller in like a year or two, then I will get one from
Well,
like Best Buy
you
where I can put a warranty on it and be okay, you know?
Well, you think about that for a second. You do that twice, okay? So I say 5 years. The longest that you've ever seen a gen span is like 8 years. So
Yeah, 8 to 10. I
Yeah.
say 10 for
you
the
know,
fully move into the next generation.
yeah. So we'll say 10. So you do that twice. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And you pay extra money, even though if you spend premium like me for a elite, you expect that to work far longer than a 3 to 4 year
Yeah.
span.
But if
You know what I'm
if
saying?
you're
Especially when
spending
they're
premium,
marketing it
you
as a
should
durable
probably
controller.
get, like, if you're spending premium, you probably should get a warranty on your
Yeah,
stuff.
but the
like,
warranty only goes
Right.
after the manufacturer's warranty, which
Right,
usually for
which
most
is usually a year.
manufacturers for 1 year.
Yeah,
and
but
then you go to 3 years.
No.
When I
If you
expect
go
you pay
a store
180,
warranty, you get a store warranty.
I have
That's
done that, and it goes 2 years after the
Mhm.
manufacturer's
No,
warranty.
you can pay them up. You can pay them up to 5-6 years.
And so how much you paying? You saying $3? That's illogical.
I
That's
pay,
not
no,
even what it
no.
is.
I paid for a 3-year thing for $3.50. But maybe that's because I'm a Best Buy person that I got a card. So maybe that could be included into it. But if you pay, but it's just like, oh look, I got a pamphlet right here and Walmart, and I got a Walmart pamphlet right here for protection. And just like for my Q90R, I
I've
sit there
done
and
Walmart,
I got a warranty.
Amazon,
I got
Best
a
Buy,
7-year
everybody
warranty.
else, and it's cost $20 for a 3 to 5 year warranty between all three of them.
And for what?
Sounds all right.
For what?
For the full fledged, like I send it back, I say it's screwed up. They don't question it, and they send it back to me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about what did you say? I didn't hear what product you was talking about. You talking about the controller?
I'm talking about controller, anything that I purchased from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I the headset I use right now is a $20 headset. They wanted to charge me $10 for a 4-year warranty on it. You know what I mean? From Amazon. I'm good with that, bro. I'll just go buy another one for an extra $10 in 2 years. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's when you're adding other variables to the situation at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Overall, I think, just to kind of curb the conversation back, it's going to be objective. Everybody's experience is going to be different. Again, not everything is going to be perfect. Electronics definitely don't come out perfect. There's going to be a fail rate. If you can get the warranty on your products, then yell these companies to say, yo, put some more work into these controllers. There's plenty of videos out there that show you how our controllers are built and the work that gets put into controllers. We live in a digital age and a visual age. Look at what's really gets put into these controllers. You know what I mean? It's like people are making such a big fuss or whatever about it.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's just like anything else. So whether it be your car, whether it be your TV, whether it be parts in your PC, whether it be anything, I mean, you have to maintain it. And you might get it and it might fail initially, and you got to send it back in. There's so many different factors that you can throw in there. Like, I mean, yeah, Crispy's completely correct. For example, for a warranty for both of my Elite controllers, is $40. But guess what? That's a 3-year warranty, and I don't have to worry about it. And after that 3 years, if I need to renew, I can renew at that point.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's another $40. But at that point, I can swap out the controller, get the newest version. But Best Buy has those options. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's like we live in a different age now. Like, yeah, you could say, it shouldn't be happening, but it happens, bro. Video cards come to your house, shipped in the mail, broken. And you're paying thousands of dollars for these products. You know what I mean? It's just
there's a difference. This is what I'm just gonna say on this, and then I'm pretty much done with it. There's a difference between like failure rate and shoddy workmanship.
No, that's
at
a
certain
fact.
points in time. Like, and I called out the Elite Series 1 controller.
Oh
Um,
yeah, dude,
That was
shit
shoddy.
trash, bro.
That's 100%.
Right.
Not
Right,
only that,
yeah.
I also called out the Xbox One controllers, the later editions, because I thought the earlier editions were made a lot more durable. You can feel the difference in the plastic and everything between the the newer Xbox One controllers in comparison to the older ones, and the older ones were definitely made with more quality. And more durability, and I feel like these companies are starting to see a little something. And again, I want to say, when it comes to Xbox, their customer service is really good. All right, so I don't want to I don't want to take away from that, but I feel like there's only a certain amount of people that will call the customer service and stuff. There are other people that are like, man, I just want to play my game now. I'm just gonna go out and buy another controller.
Well, that's why you protect yourself and get a warranty. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? That's that.
With you talking to us grown
Yeah.
adults here, and saying that I can hear you, right? Not everybody does that though, and not everybody thinks that too deep into it like that. And a lot of people feel like when they pick up a system, the controller in the box should last a long time because they put so many hundreds of dollars in on this system, and that's including the controller. So that controller better last. It's part of that bundle deal right there. So I feel like these companies might be looking at it like, there's a few people that are going to complain, but like we said earlier, I think it was when Pred was talking. So many people get into these class action lawsuits that when they are all said and done, the company might put $10 million into it. You might get like $5 out of it because there's so many people in there. And then you look at how long it's taken for anything to get resolved. And by that time, the company made $30 million off of peripherals that were being sold for the system within the time that they were in court, and delegating and doing all that stuff. So it doesn't really hurt them at all either to put out something that they know has a good chance of a failure rate. You know what I'm saying? Because by the time they get everything resolved, the consumer's only getting pennies back, and they made triple profit within that time, selling the same thing that was defective to begin with. You know what I'm saying? It's really not a cool situation. And I remember going back, because I played, the original Nintendo was my first owned system. And I swear, if I had those controllers to this day, they'd still be working. And what?
No, they just made everything better back then. Like everything was just more sturdier.
And I think part of it is these companies figured out that they can make more money, kind of like the car industry now. All right. You look at the cars that are made now, and with all the electronics and everything like that, there's so much more that can go wrong with them. But cars don't last the way that they used to.
What are you talking about?
Cars don't.
They run
My
better.
05 Jeep still going, baby. Let's go.
I mean, cars can run.
I'm talking as a whole.
I don't know, man. I mean, if you were talking about the cars back in the late 80s and 90s, you're absolutely right. I don't know about now.
And now they're making cars to the point where
they're just really expensive. Yeah, if they break down.
You got to bring them to the official place to get them worked on as well. Like they have.
Right.
Yeah.
You get higher into the higher tiers of buying cars, and they literally lock you out of your engine. Because you have to go to an official place. Now, tell me, like, I don't trust anything like that because I know the companies can do whatever they want to do. They add all these features to make it like, oh, man, you really want to buy this. But the durability just ain't there anymore because at the end of the day, they want you to spend more money on these things as well. And I know I stretched it a little bit with the cars, but I kind of seen this when it came to the Xbox One controllers, and I was surprised that more people weren't talking about that, and I just don't want these companies taking advantage of people because knowing, they're just going to make their money and take a fraction of it and give it to the people that were upset, but they're still going to make profit hand over fist, even while they're in court for this whole thing. You see, they're not really getting hurt at all. if that is what they're doing right now, and I don't think we should accept it. And I think this should probably be looked at a little bit more with a microscope than just like, shit, I'll just get another controller, or there's a warranty or something like that, because this is a trend that seems to be escalating as we go further and further into gaming, and as gaming is growing as as much as it is.
Exponentially.
You was
Plethora.
trying. You was
Plethora.
You was trying.
Plethora. There you go. But,
That was for me.
I don't understand why you guys spend $200 on a fucking controller. I don't get it.
because
No, I
it's all
spent
metal.
I spent the
Because
I
he said
spent
it's
the
the last controller
150.
you need to buy. That's
Yeah,
why.
I got the 150, and then I when I went through the second one, I was like, all right. And then so when Fred and them, everybody was like, oh man. When I touched the Elite 2, I got a
What's
chance to
wrong
play
with
it
just
over
the
there.
controller that comes in the box? What's wrong with
Well, I played the
tickled it.
Elite 2 out there at E3, and I was like, oh man, I'm getting that. Man,
I
when that
got
drops, I'm
more
getting that. And
Yep.
then I just came back to the realization when my second controller before that Elite 2 came out started messing up. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to wait and see. And I'm glad that I waited. So
Yeah, how many trigger lock positions you got on your controller? Yeah, can you adjust the sensitivity on your joysticks?
Yeah. More features.
Yo, Steel, I'm with you, bro.
I got
with you.
features. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
care about.
I'm just
But that's the
saying.
thing. I
No,
don't.
and that's
I
what-
don't
that's what
care
it's
about
for.
that stuff. I mean, yeah, I
And that's
understand
fine.
that
It's
other
a-
people do care about that stuff, but like, there's nothing wrong with the controller that you already have. Like, I don't understand why. I would rather buy more
Oh,
games.
dude,
if you
it
play
feels-
with the Elite, you'll understand why. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, y'all, we live in a day and age where you buy a product, you have a 1-year warranty, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, they want you.
That's just
it's
what
the
we
Apple
live
effect.
in.
Yeah, the
I mean,
Apple effect
yes.
changed everything.
Again, I always go back. We live in a digital era. We live in a visual era. These people are looking at what you're writing. These people are hearing what you're telling them. We're seeing the examples. Just speak your piece and keep it what it is. That's how we know that the rubber falling off the Elite Series 1 was a wide known issue. It was all over Reddit. When there's stick drift
It was
on the
all over
Joy-Cons,
Reddit,
it's
Twitter,
all
Facebook.
over. Exactly, it's all over everything. Everybody's complaining about it. You got to do your research. That's the era we live in. You got to be informed. I would always tell the consumer, you got to be informed. We as the consumer have to make sure that we keep each other informed and keep everyone informed. And that's the best we can do, man.
And that is why we are here on YouTube for you gamers out there in the chat and beyond. Yo, guys, it's been an awesome show. I'm gonna have to get up before 5 in the morning because it snowed today. I gotta make sure that the plowed in snow pack me in on the side of the road and everything like that before work. So I think it's about time, like a 40-year-old with a comb over. It is time to get those plugs in. I want to say huge shout out to our brother Steel Rain for joining us tonight, brother. I've been waiting to get you on, and trust me, you did not disappoint. I hope you had as much fun being on the show as we have had having you on as a special guest, and I hope that you don't become a stranger, man. I would love to have you on again. Like I said, you are an up and coming personality in the community, up and coming YouTuber, and I believe you're a panel member for some podcasts. I forget the name or whatnot, but that's what the outros are here for, though. You know what I'm saying? It's for you to let people know where they can find you, let people know about your YouTube channel, social media, and if you are on said podcast, which podcast that is and whatnot. So, brother,
hold on, Rain. I got you.
Go ahead.
I got you. Before you start your outro, let's do it like this.
Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Oh,
I love
you
how
already
you
know what it
actually
is.
or something,
God.
you know?
You already know
Oh,
what
you
it
gave me
is,
chills
man.
with that British accent. Like,
You,
what
you
the
like
fuck?
that, right? You like
You're
that.
not like those freaking EDM freaking podcasts where they're like you're
Ooh.
listening
No, all we
to
need was
Wow.
all we need K-Makers out. Pew, 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 pew.
I know. I do got it, but I can't. I don't know which. It's not labeled, so I'm afraid to hit something that's gonna be bad. So I don't want to.
Thank you. I appreciate
yeah.
that.
Yes, yes. Look, before I get into that, first of all, Xbot, I want to just say, man, I want to thank you for welcoming the rain into the next kingdom. Man, it was a fantastic time. We got to the topics. I think we put on a great show for the people. And again, man, hey, man, anytime that you need me, just holler at me. If I'm busy, I'll let you know. If I'm just going to be gaming, I'll let you know. Check me out. Every Friday, 8 o'clock Central Time. I haven't translated it to everybody else's time, so just bear with me on that. Get with K Mega. He's my manager. Nah, I'm playing. But anyway,
Oh my goodness.
but yeah,
Lousy
every Friday,
manager.
GRG, 8 p.m. Central. Catch us live, raw and uncut. Getting into these hot topics for the week, giving it to you in a different type of energy that y'all might feel. And anyway, you can catch me. Steel Rain. The T is a 7. Everywhere, Twitter, YouTube, and I'm just a gamer who just likes to give it to you live, raw, and uncut, man. That's what I'm about. Giving it to you natural energy, trying to put the soul back into gaming, giving you that feel that I feel like a lot of people are missing, and maybe that a lot of people can relate to. There's definitely different vibes, different energies out here, and I'm here. If you mess with me, I mess with you, and that's just what it's about, baby. Right? Let's get the gaming.
Wait, did the K-Mega just speak? Yo, what the fuck?
Nice, brother. And again, thank you for coming on, man. You were definitely on my list of people I want to have on. Very talented, man. You know how to express your opinion, and that's something that we definitely like over here on Next.
I appreciate it, man. I felt off tonight, but I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Again, Crispy, K Mega, Dark Optimus, man. I mean, we was in here tonight. We just got to it, man.
Nice, brother. And on that note, let's get these other fools in. So since I said fool, we're gonna have to go with Dark Optimus, my brother, my West Coast brother. As usual,
hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
As usual, never afraid to share his opinion, whether it's popular or not. One of the things I love about my brother Dark. Dark, man, what do you got for us tonight, bro?
I just want that to be my theme from now on.
it will be. It will be.
Yes. Oh, dude, that's great. Oh, it's funny.
I could do a voiceover for it. He hit that.
But yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Optimus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation at the same name. Mostly on PlayStation because I don't know why I would even play on Xbox, but
You just need to get a Series X. You shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, I'm like,
All right, you got a PC. You on Xbox anyway. It's all right.
I mean, I do have a PC, but I mean, no. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know. No, much love. Much love, my God.
All right, man.
I'm done.
Okay.
Shit, man.
I thought I was gonna keep going. I don't even know when to chime in anymore. You guys.
No.
Yo, I already pulled all the hair out of my
Blame it on
head
K-Mag.
You're no longer the host. The
man.
sound, the soundboard is the host
soundboard
now.
is the host. Like, yo, you got to have it to where it does everything, even the topics.
This man is killing it.
Now he's going all out. He's like,
you should get a sound. You should get a sound of bots saying, "If it's not for nothing."
I'm a piece of garbage.
Oh man, I'm gonna work on it so I can make sure I have everything labeled right. Because I was ready to start hitting some crazy shit, but I was like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the hesitation there, bro.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
let's go to the Lone Star State. Everything is bigger down there in Texas, including ice storms. Unfortunately, Predator, man. What do you got for us, man? You gonna make any special guest appearances? What's going on? No. I just gotta keep talking right now because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yo, we off the wire tonight. It's time to go.
Oh God, I can't. Oh fuck, dude. Oh my God,
man.
I apologize, Predator, on behalf of K Mega for that one for you.
All right, man. I had to drop away to get Fred with that one. There's another one, but I can't find it. I was like, I'm going to get him next week with it, though. Oh, man. Okay.
Is Pred even here?
Nah, I think he dipped out. He said he had to go.
I didn't even hear it.
He had to go. He had to get up
He
early.
didn't even hear that. All right. Yeah, well, I had to get up early too.
Fred was
but,
here. He had to get out.
I got you, bro. Let's go to New England. My brother Crispy. Crispy, just to let you know, I am down for you to come down here at like 5:45 in the morning and help dig me out real quick so I can get to work. That's no problem. I will accept the help. But other than that, bro, you are on multiple podcasts. You got to let people know all the different places where they can get that hashtag Crispy Truth, bro.
5:45 in the morning on my day off. Oh hell no, bot. That's what I gotta say to you, bro.
Worth a shot, man.
Steel Rain, bro. Gears, brother. Yes, Steel's better than me in Gears, yo. So yes, he is.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, he is. So
are you serious?
Yes, he is. He
I
is.
do what I can.
Yeah,
man.
he's pretty good. I mean, he knows that I play with people that could beat his ass, but I mean, that's not me. That's not me.
I'm soon retired, so I'm
he's semi-retired. I mean, he's retiring for the GRG podcast. There you go. All right. At Crispy Bomb on Twitter, Crispy Bomb 28 Xbox Live. I have been playing more Division and PGA than Gears lately, so come hit me up with that because I'll carry you through Division and I will probably beat you in PGA. I mean, I Sir X, is he still there? Oh wait, I beat him the other night. Detroit, that golf course, man, that thing is loving me. But yeah, you can find me on Breakfast and Boom tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Yeah, sorry, but Xbot, I'm good, bro. I ain't gonna help you dig out. There's nothing to dig out anyway. It's a little light snow in New England. Just saying, Pred, wherever you are. It's a little light snow. It ain't much here. And yeah, we got Retro Renegades Tuesday night, 7 p.m. And of course, I'll be back here on Thursday, 8 p.m. Number 8. My favorite number, by the way. My favorite number, 8.
Nice.
On the next podcast.
Nice, brother. Let's see. K-Mega, what do you got for us for your outro, bro?
Woo! Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at K-Mega4.
Yo,
all right, good night, everybody. We good.
Bloody did that voice, right? That was Bloody right there.
Literally sound like you got the girl from.
I can't hear you licking your own nuts, bro. I can't hear you hard enough licking your own nuts, bro.
That is my homegirl from radio station out here in Oklahoma. It took me a while to get a hold of her, but got her, and she hooked me up, and so I still had to pay, of course, but I mean, she hooked me up.
Is that Fred's wife, yo? Like, what you talking
about?
I'm surprised your country ass knows women, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Damn.
What's going on in there?
Wow.
What the fuck was that?
All right, let's get out of here, man. All right, man, let's get out of here, man. You catch us on GRG tomorrow, man. Hope you guys come and check us out, man. With my boy
Oh.
Rain still, man. And yes, I'm a horrible manager. I have to do better. I try my best, but I get so distracted doing just other stuff by just playing games or just talking shit to people, one or the other. But yeah, that you'll see me on Thursday. I gotta watch over my boy Bot. Sometimes he get a little reckless, and so get on with these tangents, start talking about we gotta take care of the people. Oh my god, the cars is gonna get us. Oh my god, we don't believe in warranties. Oh my gosh, anyway, so other than that,
Dude, I don't even sound like that. So
next week, Devin the Gamer comes we'll be back. Thank you guys for the positive feedback on the new look. And just what we're doing. Got some more stuff going on, and then of course there's a tournament that's supposed to be happening. Hopefully our boy Bot can come and join us, so we can go ahead and get this practice on. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta know.
Well, that's in March, so I'm working this weekend.
That's just 2 weeks away, man.
Okay, well I'm working this weekend, and then after this weekend I got Monday, Tuesday, and then all next weekend off. So we're gonna get it in.
Well, Ba is saying he doesn't need any practice. That's what he's saying.
Okay, all right. You try to play them old ass controls and see if you don't need no practice.
Yeah,
you're gonna need practice.
Like
right?
They said Master Chief Collection, but they didn't say which Halo in that.
I did ask, and they did, and dude said I haven't got an idea. So what I think is that they're gonna just do random. Just go random. So we might as well just play it the way that, because they didn't give which Halo that we're going to play.
We're
so
going to play all the ones without the running, because when it comes to the running, we're already good with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So I doubt if they put Halo 4 in, but if they do, then that'll be great. But we'll just go ahead and just see how they
Halo 2 anniversary, man. But it is what it is. We'll be ready, bro. We are number 1 seed, by the way. Yeah, nice. But as usual, shout out to the chat and everybody who hung out with us tonight, man. Absolutely love all the support. The chat was absolute fire. The majority of the time, it was everybody going in on Christopher Hart, and Christopher Hart not caring and just talking a whole bunch of shit anyway. Mr. Hart, please stop talking about headsets blowing up and stuff if there is no truth or any type of relevance behind it. Stop trying to promote that fluff over here on my channel. I would definitely appreciate it. But it has been an absolute blast doing this show. Bringing a special guest for you guys tonight, Mr. Steel Rain. Had a lot of fun doing it all with you guys, as we do every Thursday, yo. If you haven't done it yet, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. This is the home of the next podcast. This is also the home of the Series X podcast, which is an all Xbox show. No talk of any other platforms, no talk of console war drama, just Xbox news, Xbox entertainment, and that is every other Sunday, 6 p.m. because my partner in crime, Jamie Moran, he lives across the pond, and we got to deal with time, scheduling of that nature. But it has been an absolute blast. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week for the next podcast. Have a great night, everybody.
Fight Night Sundays every Sunday night.
3 hours.